Welcome to the Big Ass Cornhole Show with Sean and Dane. Get ready to throw. What you drinking? Fun random shit. Dramatic readings, you'll love every bit. Big Ass Cornhole, tune in now with Sean and Dane. They'll show you how. Weekly guests and laughs, cornhole fame. Cornhole it, join the game. Interviews and random quests. Cornhole champs and all the best. We hope you throw it straight and have no doubt. It's four baggers from here on out. Big Ass Cornhole, tune in now. With Sean and Dane, they'll show you how.
Oh,
Weekly guests and laughs. Cornhole fame. Cornhole it. Join the game. Join the game.
all right. Well, welcome back to yet another episode of the Big Ass Cornhole Podcast.
Hey, Sean, guess what? This episode's brought to you by Draggin Bags.
Sure is.
Man, the greatest bags in the world. We talk about them a lot because we love growing them. And
You would love it too.
Yeah, for some reason, they love us too. So why don't you head over to Draggin Bags and join the Draggin family. Become one with us in throwing Draggin Bags. We can't say enough. Bag for every type of thrower. Personally, I still love the Power Dragon.
It's some of the best designs. Let's be serious.
the designs speak for themselves. I mean, it's Draggin Bags, all right? But yeah, Power Dragon's still my favorite, but world's greatest cornhole bag. Don't sleep on it. It's
If you want a
named that
bag
for
with like
reason.
a big black cock on it, Draggin Bags.
Draggin Bags. It's right there all day.
Who doesn't
All
need
right?
that in life?
Yeah, and some sweet collabs as well. So be on the lookout. Draggin Bags. Check them out at Worlds. If you're looking for some new bags, get them. Let's go.
All right, welcome back to yet another episode of the Big Ass Cornhole Podcast. Sean and Dane are with you as always. What's going
What's
on,
up, man? What's happening?
Just another day.
Another day.
A special
yeah,
night,
I was gonna say, is it just another day, Sean?
It's a special night because we have a special guest tonight. Tonight's guest is a true Cornhole Podcast OG. Back when there was about 6 people listening to Cornhole Podcast and 4 of them were probably his family. He's behind the mic hosting the Doghouse Cornhole Dogcast. Some say he has helped pave the way for cornhole media. Others say he just had way too much free time. These days, he's talking about sliding shots for talking about the finer things in Boston as the host of Pulling the Cork. It's a shocking career pivot, really. Most people graduate from boxed wine in college. Brendan somehow turned it into a podcast. He's been a longtime friend of the show and proved that poor judgment can last a lifetime. He voluntarily listened to us before anyone else did and somehow kept coming back as either loyalty or a cry for help. Please welcome the man who went from bags to beers, from the doghouse right back to his garage, Mr. Brendan Ahern. What's up, dude?
Thank you very much. Yeah, we should just allude. We should also just say that we are actually all friends. So
Yeah, we are. Yeah,
Josh went out for beers. Was it last year or the year before we went out for beers when you were in town?
I think it was the year
2
before
years,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, when I was in
Yeah.
Boston for the PT conference. Yeah, hell yeah.
It happened to be that a night that like I was getting together with all my old friends I hadn't seen in forever. I'm like, Sean, you should just join us.
Yeah, this
And,
was, oh yeah, dude, I got banged
fun.
up. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
real fun. I'm stumbling in at like 2 a.m. and my wife's like, we have like the conference in 5 hours. I'm like, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. You have to present.
Yeah,
I don't
I
have to
just
do
have to sit
shit. Like, I don't have to do anything.
I'll be able to
not
keep my eyes
responsible.
open. Not much
sure.
after that.
I mean, let's we've been terrible about this.
Yes.
Dane, do you do best? Let the folks know what we're sipping on tonight in our favorite segment called "What You Drinking."
Huh? What you drinking? I went live on it, Sean.
Yeah,
Did a
obviously,
live one.
it's the most appropriate thing. I'm assuming we're all drinking the same thing. The nectar of the gods, as they say. Miller Lite.
Miller Lite. Yep. Killing them softly.
So what's going on, man? What's new?
Nothing. Just doing the show, continuing my mediocre podcasting career.
Yeah.
So we've been doing that. We had a golf tournament a few months ago.
Okay.
Raised a bunch
yeah.
of money for cystic fibrosis.
And that's been like a near and dear thing to you, right? Is it a family
my
member?
business, yeah. So I used to be part of guys in my neighborhood ran a tournament that just happened to do that. And that like the first time I went to it, the after party was like dead. And I'm like, if you let me help you run this tournament, this place would be fucking jammed. And the guy told me the next year, I was like, I fucking hate this kid's guts that he has the balls to say that to me. And the room was fucking jammed though. But they decided to stop doing it. They're all awesome guys. It was just more, they were like, they were like 53. I was probably like 44. So I still had some fucking piss and vinegar in the tank. And then we took it over. They didn't do it they didn't want to keep doing it. And which I understand because it's a fucking monster pain in the ass. You run a golf tournament.
Yes,
it's a
for
fucking nightmare. Taking the money, fucking figuring it all out, tracking everything sucks. I'm bad at it. But yeah, I'm not good at that. But
What's never your strong suit? Just what you're saying?
yeah, just not a strong suit. finances. But no, but we this year we ended up raising like $5,000. And we had full course the last 3 years. If you guys, if anybody listening to this is in the greater Boston area, it's usually in May. It's, the Friday of Memorial Day weekend. And it was great. Yeah, we had a good time. So we did that, and then just continued plugging away doing the show.
I mean, the show seems like it's doing really well. I mean, you guys have done like comedy shows. I saw you guys were like in the parade one
the
year.
Events do really well. The events do really well. You know how it is. I mean, I think that it's grown consistently. And it's funny because like lately, like the Instagram and everything's kind of blown up for us. Or like certain reels have, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
that's how it is. You never know which ones are going to
It's so frustrating.
It's
so fucking included.
random.
Like I'll have one. I'm like, this is gonna kill. It's like 1,200, and then like we have one that I was like, oh yeah, this will do all right, and like it did 500,000. So it's weird. Like some of those reels, nothing's more interesting to the people at home than the algorithm, sure. But like, but like some of those reels, like you'll get like a shitload of followers from it, and then some you don't, and then like. Of those people, how many people actually end up listening to the podcast? You know what I mean?
It's like, and how many people are actually real? That's the part that throws me off. Every once in a while, you see these fucking followers. You're like, you're not a human being. Like, get the fuck out of it. Like, how these bots start like accepting?
Yeah,
all this
we
shit.
got like recently. I don't know if you guys know who the comedian Robert Kelly is. He's on like he does a lot with Legions of Skanks. And,
Yeah. I've heard the name for sure.
Yeah, he's from Boston.
Sure.
He reached out and was like, "I love the podcast. I listen," and I was like. That's insane.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm doing Comics Come Home, which is a big thing in Boston. Like Dennis Leary and like a bunch of the big Boston comics do it. Bill Burr does it. And he's like, I want to come on the podcast when that happens. And I'm like, sick. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So like, you know, how it is like just getting some validation like that makes you feel good, even
100%.
though like, you know how hard it is to get new people listening. I'm sure.
You're like getting like actual famous people. We were getting like Matt Guy and like getting pumped.
Hey,
You know
but
what I
we
mean?
got
That's the difference.
we had Trey Ryder on several
That
times.
happened too. You know what I mean, like I'm still fucking on cloud nine from having Matt Guy and Brett Guy on the show. That was fucking awesome.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so it's good because you know how it is. Like it's with the Cornhole podcast thing. It was a lot of fun, and I like doing it with Donnie and Pat. But like, I wasn't playing anymore at all.
Yeah, that's
So
kind
like,
of where we're
because
at.
like
now,
there's
too.
only so many hours in the day, and what happened was, I think as your kids get older, like their sports start being at night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, now when am I going to go play? I still like to play. Like I actually played 2 tournaments this year, like charity things. Actually lost to fucking Pat in the fucking thing. Found out he's going the day of the fucking event, obviously.
Of course.
And goes off these fucking, you know, to fucking.
Does he still play? Does he still play often or?
No, not really. He plays in like a couple like set leagues.
Okay.
Okay.
Of course he does.
Yeah, it's still enough
you
though
know,
to
like-
make him still sharp. You know. When he
Yeah,
plays.
but he still is just as good as he was. Actually, out of the 3 tournaments I played in the last year, I've lost in the semifinals to Pat both times. So I can't get rid of him.
I mean, we have a Cornhole podcast, and you played in one more tournament than we did all year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I played the first time since last September. Last week we played in a Cito Soto's blind draw, mostly because I was dropping off bags for him to donate for the cancer fundraiser.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, we're here. My kids
as
are out
well
of town.
play.
Like, we might as well stick
It's a
around.
perfect
and play.
storm.
Yeah.
Like,
It was nice. I got paired with a good partner for a change. We like went on a run and
Yeah.
like I ended up like not losing money, which was always nice.
Yeah, that's good. So I haven't been playing that much, but we still I still see the guys from time to time. You know what I mean?
So when you went from like, obviously like if it's like a cornhole podcast, I know like towards the end you guys were kind of like all over, but do you find it easier or harder to come up with stuff to talk about or topics?
probably a mixture, because you can just talk about whatever, so it kind of doesn't matter. It is easier when you have something set that you're like, okay, we can always fall back on
Stay
this
within
or
this wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
open or whatever it was.
it's almost more
But-
fun to go off the rails though. That's when the wild shit comes out.
That is, yeah, it's fun. Like it's good. We have like 6 or 7 guests that are kind of regulars that are all funny guys.
Yeah.
And then I try to get new people in. We just had a kid on last night who does like he's a fucking really talented guy. He's like a filmmaker in Southie, and he does like short films like in like real though, like cinematographers and shit. But he also does like unbelievably funny skits. And he shoots them like they're on film, so they look like
that's
way
legit.
better than
Yeah,
most
yeah.
shit that yeah, and he's great. So like I love when we have somebody like that because it's like now you get something totally new to talk about. You know what I mean? You're not just fucking reviewing your fucking weekend. How many beers did you drink?
Well, and low key, the
Fall down.
creatives seem to be the ones that like oddly can have conversations and shit like for a podcast. We've come like through the grapevine, but like you think about it, all the guys that like were always guys making videos and shit. They were easy to chit chat with. You would never think that.
Is, like,
you think they're like behind the camera.
The more like random people that you have on, kind of, the more connections get made. Like he's got, like we've had a bunch of comedians on, and they have friends that are comedians, and like you just plug and play those guys. You put them, it's like you used to have Trey Ryder on, right? It's like you always knew like this is gonna be an easy episode. He can fucking roll with it the whole time.
I'll have like 3 questions teed up, and then I know like he's gonna go for
Take
35 minutes, and like I can just go grab a drink, come back, and he'll still be talking. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's cool. It's like anything else. Like I think around October last year we took a break for a little bit. I was just burnt out. Like these guys have been doing it with me for like now 225 episodes plus Patreon episodes, right?
Yeah.
We did 100 and something of the Doghouse podcast. So that's like 5 years of fucking straight podcasting every week. And like, and then especially now you guys know, because you have a Patreon, like we took a couple weeks off, 1 week off a couple weeks ago because I was away. And now I'm going away on Wednesday. I got to move my daughter back into college. And I'm like, I got to do something for the Patreon. You know what I mean? Because like, you don't want to let people paying some money each month. You know what I mean? You want them to get something, but yeah, it's interesting. I still like doing it. So we're having fun.
I mean, your garage videos alone would be enough for Patreon members, if you ask me.
Yeah. The garage rants.
Yeah. Well, I've done like a few by myself. Actually, it's funny. Like, you guys won't know who this is, but I'm sure there's 2 of these people, or 3 of these guys like in fucking Cleveland. Like there's a guy named Ernie Bach, and Ernie Bach Jr. owns he owned like the biggest car place like around, right? The Auto Mile, Ernie Bach. And he's a fucking loser. And he has like a band called Ernie and the Automatics. He has long hair. He's fucking loaded. Of course he does. I mean, whatever. And I actually did a rant on him, and I put it on fucking Instagram, and it got like, it blew up. Because people like loser talking about Ernie Bach. I'm like, fuck Ernie Bach. I'm like, he's a fucking zero. And then like Ernie Bach's kid, people were like, because I have this thing where I touch my beard all the time now because I'm a fucking loser. And people were like, this kid's clearly on drugs. And then somebody was like, they kept saying that. And then Ernie Bach's kid reached out. He was like, nobody talks about my father this way. Like, who the fuck are you? And meanwhile, this fucking Nepo baby. But then my daughter was like, all my friends are saying that like people are saying you're on drugs, like in this fucking reel. So I ended up having to take it down. But So anyways, that's kind of what you get. But that's a fun thing. You can just talk about what the fuck you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people find it entertaining. We had our first hater, like serious hater.
Really?
Like real hater. And it was like user 90678.
Of course, yeah.
Blank fucking page, right?
Anonymous poster.
Obviously a listener, like you could tell from like the posts. And I started going back at this guy like hard, the comments. And then finally, like as of like at the end of last week, I'm like, I just gotta block this fucking guy because he's taking up way too much of my mental.
I know. It's hard not to though. Because like people don't realize that when, especially like grassroots stuff, like you're grinding. You know what I mean? Like, and if you have one guy that comes and tries like thinks he's being funny or like just taking shots, he's like, fuck you, man. I'm taking time out of my day to like, give some people content. If you don't like it, then don't fucking listen. But you're clearly listening, so thanks for the download, asshole.
My favorite is when guys take it too serious, and you're like, we weren't being serious. There's that. Like,
never being serious. I don't even remember what the fuck I said on the show. Like, but they, this other guy came at us in the comments, and like, he actually had a page, not a public page, but he had 50. I was just waiting because he followed 800 people. He had 53. He had 53 posts. He had 7 followers.
Ooh.
Okay.
And I was like, hey, listen, fucking follow here. I'm like, you have 7 followers. And you posted 53 times. Like, and he was like, actually, I feel like you got me. So I was like, so I don't mind if it's somebody who has a fucking actual page, but it's like Fritzy was saying, who I do the podcast with. He's like, the guy, like, if you're gonna fucking come at people's throats, like, you gotta have a person, you gotta have something behind us that can come back at you. You know what I mean?
Oh,
you can't have a page, but. Anyways, I suppose hate's supposed to be good, right? So
100%. I think that like especially like on Facebook, like groups, they became like where you can do the anonymous posting now.
It's horrible.
Like, and just, I think it's ruining it. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, at least if you're going to post and you have like 3 teeth and you weigh 400 pounds and you have like that profile picture that you're proud of, at least let me go tear you down because of it. You know what I mean? Don't hide behind like, cheetah 13645. You know what I mean? Like, it's dumb. Like, if you don't have the balls to say it, then just stay in the fucking cupboard.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the thing is like they always say like don't read the comments. I'm like, when you only have 9 comments, I not to
It's
read
hard
the
to not
comments.
read them. I get it.
Like, you know, we're not like in comments on the you know what I mean?
Jesus Christ.
So-
Yeah, I mean, the hard part for us is like we'll post shit up and like, you know, you've dealt with it, like the ACL blowhards that want to
Yeah.
like just go to bat. We're like,
What's like the
guys,
ACL blowhards now is
fuck
more
off.
like the ACL. Like
Yeah.
I'll just get emails from Stacey Moore or get a call from Stacey Moore. Or,
I'm like, I don't
You know what I
owe
mean? Like-
you anything, and like, fuck off. Like, I'm trying to just
That's
get shit
kind of-
done.
That's actually probably the biggest reason I wanted to stop doing the doghouse one was because I didn't see a real exit strategy for getting out of cornhole with the way we had built it. And I was on the phone with like fucking like you guys, like I'm sure you are, like 4 nights a week with somebody about something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like cornhole related. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And you feel like you got to take the call.
Correct.
And they're all great people. It's nothing
Yes.
to do with the people. Like the people, I love them. Like all these people were great, but it's like my wife started being like, dude, like this isn't really making you any money, and like you're fucking spending all your time talking to people, you know, about this shit. And then you know how it was during the day, you're getting a million fucking DMs and
oh,
you know, what about this and that? And people get obsessed with the show, and then they're like, you know, then they're fucking messaging you all the time, and you feel like you get a message back, and like you want to, but like at the same time, it's like, you know, that's taking up a massive amount of your time.
well, and people will
And
send
if
me
you're not really
DMs and like, but they're not Patreon members. And I'm like, dude, like that's what Patreon's for. Like, if you want like the in close relationship kind of thing, join Patreon, and by all means, like we always get back to those people and those that we do happy hours and all that kind of stuff. But like, it's just that people feel like it's just too accessible. And I think in the beginning, we probably did that to ourselves because I was responding to like everything. And then people,
But
were
that's
like,
how you
oh,
have to start to grow. Like you got to
I know,
start.
but there's no
following that
easy
way, and then-
transition to be like, I'm cutting you off now.
Yeah, but the
You know
problem
what
is
I mean?
like other podcasts that have like blown up, they hire people to handle that kind of shit. We've had
Yeah.
to just kind of try to maintain it, and it's exhausting. You can't just keep doing that shit. Like,
Some things haven't changed.
Yeah.
Like we posted one picture, like a few pictures up when I was cleaning out my garage of bags, and just all the hawks come out right away.
Oh, yeah.
I've got like 87 DMs right now. I'd be like, hey, are these sets of bags available? I'm like, easy, guys. Like, Jesus Christ. And then if I tell them a price, they're like, oh, it seems a little bit much. I'm like, then don't fucking ask. Like, if you want to know the price, like, that's the price. Like,
yeah, one of my
I had
favorites
them.
is just the sob stories that
Oh,
people just
just
like. I'm
the
talking
charity.
like it is like 3 like thumb flicks of text that you got to read through, and you're just like, come on now. Like, I
if
don't
I've
have
never
time for
heard
this
your
shit.
name before, don't reach out to me now. Like, don't
Yeah.
do it now.
I actually, I think I told, maybe I don't know if I've been on since this happened, but I had all my bags in these totes like I'm sure you do, and like in my shed, taking up like fucking a copious amount of space.
Yes.
And my guy down the street, he runs a charity tournament that's just on the street. It's on the street, and it's like all goes towards like autism, and
Yeah.
played it every year, and every year I lose to Pat pretty much, and because he knows the guy too.
It's the theme.
And I was like, he's like, do you have bags that like I can use? And I'm like, you can't use only one rule. He said, what? I'm like, you can't give these back. Like, I don't want them back. Like so I
They
took down
stay
like 2
with
totes,
you.
and fucking, I'm like, you have all these bags. You know what's crazy? The other tournament I played in this year, a guy who I went to, this is classic. I went to my fucking reunion, right? And a few days later, this kid I went to high school with was maniac. Text me. He's like, hey, looking forward to seeing you again in whatever it was, May. And I'm like, yeah, like no fucking, not ringing any bells. You know what I mean? Of what we're doing in May. But like a week before, he's like, hey, we get that tournament up at Game Changers. We're going to play together. And I'm like, oh, he's like, can you bring bags? I'm like, yeah. And I looked around, I had none that would match because like every time my nephews would come over, they'd play and like maybe throw one over the fence or something like
Yes,
that.
yeah, correct.
I didn't even have bags. But yeah, so I've unloaded my bag collection is been completely. I think I have a couple sets of razors up in my office. I think that I've kept for posterity's sake. But
I think we probably conservatively threw away 80 sets of bags that were incomplete. Like between the two of us, that we
Yeah.
only had like 2
just
or 3
can't
of them.
find one of them. It's fucking baffling.
Threw them away.
But I also did like a hard purge, and I went to one blind draw here in Cleveland, Ohio, and loaded up my entire fucking back of my car with totes of bags. I had to have, I'm thinking like 600 sets.
Oh, it's crazy, man. It's just it got ridiculous.
Brendan, I was selling these things off like buy 2 sets for $20.
yeah,
I made over $1,000 that day.
yeah, it was crazy.
Like just out of the back of I'm like, just get this shit out of here. And I still came home with bags. I'm like, motherfucker. Like I cannot. We went to my mom's. It was just a yard sale.
Oh yeah.
we started having people like texting, and people are just pulling up out of the woodwork being like, we heard you got cornhole bags. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Let's buy all these then, please. Get them the fuck out
it was
of here.
fun when, there was nothing to do during COVID. And like every week, 4 boxes are showing up. And you're like,
yeah.
oh,
This was 2 years ago that I was selling this shit off, and like I still have bags lingering. It's driving me insane.
Correct.
crazy. Yeah.
It is crazy. Are you like officially empty nester now? Like, is your son going to college this year too, or?
No. My son is a senior. Like, gonna be a senior.
Okay, gotcha.
My youngest daughter's 14, so she's
You can't just
around.
get
Yes,
them.
that's right.
You just
Okay.
can't get them both into college early. Like,
Oh yeah, tried, but that's not. It's not. Doesn't seem to be in the card. So no, he's going. He'll go next year. Then I'll have 2 in at once, and I probably just have to sell my house in order to finance that situation. And
Where's he looking at?
I think more local, like UNH, UMass,
Okay.
stuff like that.
I gotcha.
He's on the football team. He's a lineman. He's like that Dane size. He's fucking moose.
Yeah.
So I think he wants to go. He'll want to go someplace that like he knows people. I think, you know what I mean.
For sure.
Where
Yeah,
I
for
want to
sure.
go someplace. So
Does he want to try to play in college or?
like he's actually like I actually had to take him. Speaking of your chosen profession, he hurt his back last year at the beginning of the season. Like
Okay.
just stopped doing like compression backlifting, and he's like, I'm okay. And then like we were at Maine, and he went to pick something up. I'm like, dude, you are not okay. Like your back is fucked. So I had to take him the other day for PT. So I think he's all set. I think once he's done with this season, he's gonna be happy to have it in the rear view. You know?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
That's when all the true athletes give it up anyways.
yeah, honestly,
You know what I mean?
it tears you up, man. It's so hard to like maintain it.
Dude, I mean, football is totally different than anything else. You know what I mean? Especially if you're playing line, like you're just getting fucking banged up all the time.
For sure. How's your golf game been?
My golf game was great last year, and now it's a fucking absolute in the fucking. I haven't played much. I played probably 4 or 5 times. I've been busy for work and shit, but it's not been great. I've been kind of trying to find it, not like I want it to be, but. I played in the Winter League, which is down the street, which is like indoors, which is a lot of fun. Guys, that was a lot of fun. 2 years ago, I got a membership to this indoor place, and so I was like playing.
Oh, yeah.
I was going way too much, right? Because you got like 2 hours free every day. And I was like, then at the end of the year, I'm like, I need to make more money and not try to go from like a 14 to a fucking 10. Like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, who gives a fuck? Like, if I'm a 10 or a 14,
I feel like you're making eye contact when you're saying that to me right now. Like, I feel very personally attacked. I feel very personally attacked right now. So,
I mean, I love golf, but like, it was I was spending too much time on something that I'm not good at.
I'm secretly trying to get my kids, like, slowly push them towards golf just so like they want to go, and then I have to take them. So my daughter kind of like, but she's just not the most athletic kid. My son could probably be pretty good. He's tall, lanky little fucker, but I don't know where he came from, but
From Val.
right now it's more of just like the 9, like I can get 9 holes in, you know what I mean? Like the kids can last for 9 holes. So I've just learned to embrace doing the 9-hole thing, but I'm off work this whole week. So I was like super dad today, took him to the park, then the pool. My wife got home, and then tomorrow and Wednesday and probably Thursday and probably Friday.
Probably Friday now because I have
looking
off.
to-
So
correct.
we're gonna go golf on Friday.
Get it out of my system before I start the new job and probably never golf the rest of the year. So
do it. I mean, if I could fucking get it in, I would. It was funny because my son wanted to play in the Pull in the Cork tournament.
Yeah.
With his friends. I'm like, all right. I'm like, okay. I'm like, fine. Like, it's okay. Like, you can do that. I'm like, but you do not be out there fucking drinking because, like, this is my tournament. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because
He's
I'll
like,
find you.
They didn't. They were great. You know what I mean? And like, they had a blast. They actually sat at a table afterwards with 2 of the guys that are on the show all the time. It was hilarious. They would just die laughing. But
it's also a good kind
he's
of.
not-
It's a good way for like the introduction to with the debauchery of a
Oh,
golf
for sure.
tournament. Like at
Yeah,
least you're
yeah,
you're running
and
it,
like
so
he
you
was-
got to keep
I was
tabs
like-
on him.
Yeah, and he stinks, but his friends are okay. And I'm like, dude, you better watch out. They might replace you. He's like, I'm their only way into this fucking tournament. It's like,
It's true. It's true.
I know people. I know.
yeah,
people.
exactly. But he went away. I feel like I can say whatever on this podcast. I can't say it on my own, but they went away this week. I know my son drinks with his friends. Like, they go to the woods. Like, I'm not a fucking dummy. Like,
Yeah, correct.
I think there's 2 ways to look at it. Some people like absolutely do not like be okay with it, and I'm like, they're doing it anyways. I did it.
Correct.
Like, so like, I'm
Yeah,
not
exactly.
as long as he's not being a shithead. Like, I'm gonna.
It's
be,
almost worse
like,
if you tell him not to do it, because then he's going to go even harder at it. You know,
it's ridiculous.
That's kind of how my parents were, though. They knew if I was going over to my buddy Mike's house, they knew what it was, but I wasn't driving around. I was going there, staying. We're partying in his basement. We're going to stay there all night, and that's it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's all it is. And then in high school, that's all you know. You know what I mean? You just know a basement bar, like, you know, crushing some beers. You're getting drunk after 4 of them anyways. And then, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, so he went this weekend, was his first weekend they ever went to. Like, his buddy has a place in Maine. So, like, it's friends of mine's, like, from growing up's kid. And, like, so 8 of the kids to the football team were going up there for the weekend. Like, the kid was jumping out of his fucking skin waiting to get in this car to go to Maine.
oh, I bet.
And I, like, gave him a 36 pack of fucking Miller Lite. And, my wife was like, was that like a great, first of all, she's like, you got to carry it out of the house in like a bag. So, because it was the middle of the day.
Yeah.
So he carried it out a trash bag. Like a trash bag with a Miller Lite pack looks like a 36 pack.
Yeah, it looks like a 36
pack. It doesn't matter. Like if you have it.
there's clearly weight inside of that bag.
She was like, yeah, but she was like, she was fine with it kind of, but I'm like, listen when I'm giving them this beer. I'm like, you know what happens? You run out of fucking light beer when you're up at a vacation place and you run out, you don't have enough beer. I'm like, you start drinking fucking vodka, and then people start getting fucking sick. I'm like, so more light beer is better. Like, that's my parenting. By the way, this is the parenting corner. It's coming to you from Brendan Ahern. Give your kids, 17-year-old kids. That's the best way to parent, in my opinion.
We used to hide it in Gatorade bottles. You know, those big, like the 32 ounces. You know what I mean? Just like pour the whole thing up with liquor, bring it on. We ran out of that the one year we're at the Cape. And we're there with like it's like a huge group. There's like 25 people there. And one of our family friends was like in the kitchen. He's like, what are you guys doing tonight? I'm like, well, we're kind of out of stuff. And he's like, listen, he's like, see the vodka right over there? He's like, no one's going to drink that. He's like, you guys go have yourself a time. Just fill it up with water. No one's going to know. All right. So we did. We had ourselves a good old time that night. The next fucking night, what did all the women want to drink? They wanted to do some vodka. So they're all drinking for hours.
It was grape vodka, too.
Grape vodka.
Yeah,
and
they wanted grape bombs.
And then after like 3 or 4 drinks, they're like, this is weird. And they started sniffing the bottle, and then they kind of figured it out. Well, the motherfucker threw us under the bus. He's like, yeah, I think the boys were taking it. And I threw him right directly under the bus. I'm like, Kevin's the one that fucking told us to take it. Like, he literally told us what to do. Told us to fill with water.
Right, I'm gonna take it. To both of your defense, what like mid 40s to early 50s women at that time were drinking grape bombs? Am I wrong?
That's a great point.
Right? Like, that's such a weird fucking thing. Like, that was what I was ripping in college.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a fucking, like, let's go, like, we're at the Cape. Let's, like, rip some grape bomb. That's not a thing. Like, get a classy beverage. Come on now. Like,
yeah, like Miller Lite, God damn it.
yeah, put some hair on your chest.
Or Cape Cod. Or
Shit.
This exact conversation came up the other night because somebody was talking about how their sister went to use her vodka and like takes a fucking couple drinks and is like, what the fuck's going on? Like, realizes her son put water in it, you know what I mean, to replace it. And then, but he was like, the other kid was like, he's like, I went to steal my mother's vodka. He goes, but she was such a bad alcoholic that she had filled it up with water to pretend that she had. I'm in the woods drinking fucking Poland Springs because my mother's a fucking lush. Like, yeah, that's fucking great.
when we were like younger, like my parents did not drink, right? But they had like this full bar, full decked out, Jameson, the whole bit. Why? We knew they didn't drink. So then, like, fast forward, I graduated college, and my mom's like, oh, we should clean out the bar. I'm like, probably shouldn't. Or like, you want help? Like, I can help you. And she just goes like, why is this bottle empty? Why is this bottle empty? Why is this bottle empty? I'm like, well, we brought the empty bottles back.
Yeah.
To replace it, but like,
Yeah,
I love
really.
Vodka.
It's really hard to like get the perfect color.
It was free.
Yeah.
It was great. Yeah.
That's a very difficult. It's an art in itself, Dane.
It is.
It's
It
an art
really
in
is.
itself, for
Now,
sure.
you're also drinking like frangelic and shit, like all this like fancy ass like European liquor
We didn't
that
give a
like, yeah, it was worth some money, and you just fucking down it like it's schnapps.
I had, speaking of like the parent corner, I had on St. Patty's Day like 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. My son went out, and all these kids acted like you would have thought they thought it was like spring break. Like they were walking down the street with a couch, like middle of the day. They go to the woods. He comes back. I'm like, dude, yeah, people are walking their dogs in the woods right now. Like they're not like you can't be out there drinking. He comes home. He's got no idea what's going on. Fucking Queer Street Central, right? And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, my wife's like, he's gonna throw up and die in his sleep. Obviously, did not. I put his backpack up, just walked in with a full bottle of like Haza vodka, which I've never even heard of before. It's like probably $8 liter of vodka.
Gas station vodka.
And like the only talk I gave to him, because I'm like, how do you know? He had no idea. I'm like, listen, if you go in the bar right? I'm like, there's a ton of hard booze in there, right? People bring hard booze as a gift a lot of times when like they come here for the first time. I'm like, and do you ever see me drinking hard booze? He's like, no. I'm like, there's a reason. I'm like, because you know what Miller Lite's gonna do to you. You don't know what fucking hard booze is gonna do to you. Even when you get older, I'm like, you get fucked up like quick. You know what I mean? You start taking fucking shot. Shit, like you're fucked up. We had a liquor sponsor for like a year and a half, Misguided Spirits, and the guy took us out one night, me and Danny, and like I was just fucking acting like I'm like the fucking man. I'm like, give me more fucking shots of whiskey. Like Danny saved my life. Like I could have just died in East Boston. Like I was just fucking out of my fucking tree. Woke up in my clothes. May or may not have like just fell asleep on the floor of the bathroom for a little while. Took a little nap. Actually, this is a good one for the listeners at home. This is kind of the listenership that we have. We have a Patreon member who's a great guy, and he's like, he was going to Hampton Beach with his family last weekend for a vacation, and he's like, and I was playing like halfway to Hampton Beach, playing music, and he's like, hey, I'm gonna get dropped off there by my wife and then Uber up. I want to listen to you play tunes. So I'm like, cool, whatever. So he comes and he's fucking cocked. Like I get there at 4, he'd been there since 2, and he ended up leaving on his way at some point, and he texted me yesterday and he writes, hold on, I'll exactly what, because I did talk about it on the Patreon. He wrote, let's see, where is it? Sean. He's got a great name, Sean.
He does not.
Because my dude, when I saw you on Saturday, I'd hit a low point. I got shut off at the brewery. I got to the beach cottage. I walked into a room full of family and realized I had pissed my pants. Life was all over me. What did you do? Why did you drink so much? Fast forward, I listened to the Patreon. I've inspired others. It was all worth it. I mean, you know how fucking cocked you have to be to not realize you pissed your pants in the room? By the way, when he showed up at this fucking house, it was like 6. It wasn't like 11 o'clock at night. It was like
soaking wet shorts. So like, you pissed yourself? He's like, oh, I did. I just, God damn, that's fucking awesome.
I'm very much that guy. Like, I purposely do not try to do liquor anymore. I mean, every once in a while, you know, you can sneak a shot into me, or you know, if the timing's right, or if at a wedding, there's nothing better than like double Jameson and whiskey, like just to kick off the night. You know, the rest of the night, JMO and ginger, ginger, a little bit, like just something to kick off the night, and then I'll go to beer after that. But my wife hates it because she knows that is just all it has to do is get into my system, and then the beer is just, it flows like water. You know what I mean? And I'm just crushing shit.
Yeah. Like throwing a little fucking fire starter on it. You know what I mean?
It's like at our wedding night, we get back and I'm like, I had a bottle of Jameson behind the bar, like good stuff. Like, do not give this out until like, you know, unless I'm up here. Right. And her cousins kept coming up like, oh, let's do a shot. They want to do like some pussy lemon drop stuff. And I'm like, no. Let's do shots of Jameson. And I like, they poured a shot for each of us and they all make faces. I'm like, you know what, make it 2. So we start just ripping shots. And before, like by the end of the night, like I get in the cab and like we get to the hotel room finally. And my wife's dress had about 1,000 fucking buttons down the back. And she's like, you need to help me get out of this. And I was so fucked up. Like I couldn't work my hands. like she didn't tell me later that like women were using like tools to like get these little bands around.
These little fucking tools.
I got through like 5 of them and I like just like laid down and I'm like, I give up. My wife had to like slap me to like get me up and like get going. She's like, every 5 buttons you would just give up and like almost start crying. Like you just wanted to go to sleep. I had to keep slapping. She's like, it took 45 minutes for you to get this. I'm like,
like we've already done this before. Right?
Fucking, that's the romance of an Irish wedding. You know what I mean? Like
for sure.
I had the exact opposite. My wife had to stay in her dress because the hotel lost her fucking bag. We had the honeymoon suite. We were the first ever fucking wedding at the Hilton in downtown Cleveland, right on the water. First ever wedding they had there, just opened.
How did they lose it?
And they lost the fucking bag.
It's like you guys are going 20 minutes.
We literally dropped it off there like the day before, like to plan everything, and they lost it.
Ever showed up again?
Yeah, they found it the following morning at like 9 a.m. when we were walking out the fucking door. They came up with everything from the gift shop for my wife to throw on. And I'm like, she had sexy lingerie for me tonight. I stayed somewhat sober on my fucking wedding for this moment. Somewhat sober is in quotation.
I did not say sober here.
I was sober enough to get the dress off of her. And then we realized that she did not have anything because she like wanted to play it up. So... yeah, I went on a
You know what I was thinking about,
search
too? I
at
don't
my
think
wedding
people
night for
realize,
a
like,
fucking bag for like 3 hours. Didn't find it, and then came back and she was asleep. And I'm like, okay, well at least she's just naked asleep. And then I threw fucking like Hilton like crop top and like short shorts to her. Like, guess you're gonna walk out of here tomorrow in this. Like,
Going back to the podcasting thing, like, I think about this the other day because I was thinking about the early first episodes we used to do. We used to do where like me and Donnie would do like a half hour or like
Yeah.
together
Yeah.
in my office. And then I would do the interview with whoever it was, right? So like this is before we knew how to use Zoom and maybe kind of out later, but I can't remember what software I was using. Call these guys. I'd call these guys and I'd have a phone conversation with them. And then I had the odd like I was thinking about how fucking horrible this was. Like, by the way, I'm getting this right now. My internet connection's on stage.
It's okay.
that's all right.
Little choppy. We are getting your audio for most of the part.
We got for the most part.
Okay. Now I'm one of these dickheads I'm about to complain about. But like the internet or their phone connection would be so bad because wherever the fuck they were in Alabama or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I'd be chopping up audio for fucking like half a fucking day, dude.
Correct.
Like, and like raising and lowering fucking
Yes.
the volume. The volume wasn't correct. And it was like, I'm like, oh my God. Like I must have been really interested in doing these fucking
Do you guys use Buzzsprout?
Mhm.
Buzzsprout,
You got me onto that.
Yeah, when they came out with the Magic mixing,
was a
that was
game
like
changer
game
for
because then
us.
they just correct all the audio levels for us. I'm like, that saved us hours every week. And then we also got to a certain point, I think like 2 or 3 years ago, we're like, why? Like just raw and unedited, like
Yeah,
what
why are
people
we
want to see.
cutting
Just
anything?
fucking put
Fuck
everything
it,
in
just
there.
throw
If
it
we
out
make
there.
a mistake, fuck it. People live with it, and it kind of just rolls with it. Like honestly, like it's just better.
I've also been doing the editing for probably 4 years of this podcast now.
Yeah.
I'll let you in on a secret. I didn't edit shit for the first 2 years either. We left everything raw in there.
You know what Magic Mastering is amazing for, and it's like the only reason we can pull it off is because there's usually an AC or a heater going on. Here.
Yeah,
So
Yes.
like,
Yeah, it cuts it right
if
out. It's really
we
good.
didn't have the mat, it clips it right out. You know what I mean? So like, you can maybe make it. You know, you can if you were really listening hard, you could probably hear that like it comes in and out a little bit. But like, if we didn't have that, like, I don't even know if we could do it because it's like either it's freezing in here in winter or it's fucking hot as balls in here in the summer. You know what I mean? So,
Oh yeah, I kind of feel bad that like
but-
were you ever on when we were in like the basement studio? I'm trying to think. I feel like we like moved
Yeah.
down there. Was that like?
Yeah, he's been on.
What was it? I don't know how long we had that down.
I was on in the basement.
Yeah.
It couldn't have been that much though, because we were only on like down there for like
2 or 3 years.
I think like 3 years. I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
That's a
Just
long
trying to
time.
piece it.
It's a
It's
long
all
time.
coming. It's all
That's
coming
a long
full
time.
circle because now
How
we're
long have
back
you guys been out
upstairs.
now? Is it 6 years?
What's that?
Yeah. Is it 6 years? Is it 6?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. This is
2020
six.
to 2026. We had a nice run
That's
of
fucking crazy.
we had a good consecutive streak going, and then during vacation, like we were gonna record the one Tuesday night just to put something up on Wednesday, so we didn't end it. And I texted him like, "Dude, I'm like way too many margaritas deep right now, and I just don't care. Like I'm just done.
That was
Like, I just-
not. I mean, we tried to do it when he was on vacation, but originally we had plans to do it, and my transformer blew one of my fucking fuses, so I lost half the power to my house.
That's fun.
It happened to be all the shit that we would run the podcast off of, so couldn't do it that night. And then he's like, "Well, maybe we'll get it on Zoom, like when I'm out on vacation." I'm like, okay, yeah, no fucking chance. Like I knew exactly what was going to happen that night. So yeah, first time in 6 years we didn't hit a Wednesday. It's fucking insane.
But it was
So
kind of
what's next,
nice though.
boys?
Next is gonna take a break for a
Yeah.
while, and then figure out
So
like 'cause
Sean's got the new job. He's starting up here
he's
next
moving.
week.
He's moving away from me. He's
And
no
I,
longer around the
I
corner
just
from my house.
Literally
So.
moving in the process of moving right now. So yeah,
That's not that. Congratulations to both of you guys.
thank
Yeah,
you.
I think probably I don't know. I want to take the rest of the year off. I just need like a break.
I'm okay with that. Yeah.
And then we'll see in January if the fire ignites again. If I just need something to do. I mean, because that's really what it was. Like I just needed a hobby.
We have a good prospect though. Our one cousin's fiance runs a brewery, and she wants us out there to like live record. So if I could,
Yep.
if we
So
could
we're
do
thinking
that like twice
once,
a month,
yeah, one Sunday or 2 Sundays a month where we could just bust out a
kinda
bunch
do
of
that,
episodes
yeah.
and just do that and just talk about stuff that like we're interested in.
Fuck
Whether
a
it's
Sunday, let's get the random Monday.
Whatever.
I think, yeah, and I think that's honestly like, I think if you're not doing something that you're interested in, like then it becomes like so much work. But like, we took a break. We were gonna take a longer break, and like I was kind of like getting a little bit burnt out. And then my buddy, a kid that we have on the show a lot, this kid Joey Bob impressions like Donald Trump, and shit. He's very funny. But he had said like, when you don't have the show, you're gonna be like, you think you have more time, but then you're gonna be like, I really get this take on beating off. I really want to get out. And like he was right. Like 2 weeks after that, I'm like, I want to fucking be on the mic again. Like I want to talk. You know what I mean? And you know, it's funny. You just don't know who's listening too. Like,
Correct.
Now I could definitely tell the story on this podcast, which is fucking great because I can't tell it on my own podcast.
Please.
Let's do it.
So
I'm clipping this and it's going to go on Instagram.
Yep.
So.
Cool. This is gonna be the one that goes
I tell
viral
the
for
story,
us.
you can't clip it. Okay.
Dude, I haven't
You
done
act like he's
shit
gonna
on
take
social media.
You act like he's gonna take the time for that.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Dude, I haven't done shit for like
He's
3
gonna
months.
post it on Patreon. Hey, Patreon members, if you guys want to clip it, feel free.
Yeah, all 20 that are left.
Yep. Hey, they're still
So
there.
like, so the story goes that like, basically, I was supposed to go to this Christmas party. I don't go to it. And there was this, my sister runs into this girl who's a year older than me, who's like fucking Helen of Troy from Melrose, right? She's like beyond unattainable person, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like people, like, so I had seen her the day before this party happened in Target. And I was hungover with my son. I didn't even want to deal with the thought of like, she's not gonna fucking know who I am if I say hello. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
that
and then
awkward,
my son's
yeah,
gonna
for
be like,
sure,
"Look at
yeah.
you fucking loser." You know what I mean? So then she sees my sister. She's like, "I love your brother's podcast. I listen every week." So I did a little bit where I was like, I was like, this girl could have set sail 1,000 warships back in Greece. You know, I mean, like, it's my own fucking. I apologize for not saying hello. I'm a fucking loser, basically. So then comes like this year, and we go to a 50th birthday party for a kid who's a year older than me, and she's there. And she goes up to one of my friends who's a girl, and she's like, "You're still friends with Brendan Ahern?" She's like, "Yeah." She's like, "He's fucking hot." And my friend Emily goes, "Gross." That's what she said. That's gross.
It's because she knows you, all right? That's
Yeah,
a
well, I
compliment.
mean, I am gross. She's
Yeah, it's a
right.
compliment.
This
It's
is-
all right.
like, what's wrong with this girl? You know what I mean? And so anyway, she came over to me and she's like, I want to get in the garage, drink some beers. I'm like, yeah, I'm like just fucking carnival music playing in my head. I'm like, oh yeah, like whenever you want, you know. And she is married, by the way, no kids. Just want to make that known. And
She knows that there's not a bed in the garage, correct?
so I had like a bunch of people in the garage, like a few weeks later. She was not there, but like my friends from high school, and they were all talking about it. And Maggie's like, I don't even know who this girl is. And they're like, she was like the hottest girl in high school. And I'm like, Maggie's like, doesn't know who she is, but I'm like, I kind of need her to see this girl so that I get laid more. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%,
like,
yes.
I feel
Yep,
like
sure.
if Maggie sees this threat
Yep.
out in the wild,
100%.
she's gonna be like, fuck, I need to fuck this kid way more than I'm fucking.
correct.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like that's my whole goal now. It's like to get her to see this girl.
Dude,
She's
And
like,
then,
did
like-
he get hot all of a sudden?
That's what I'm saying.
And I missed it.
I know.
well,
Yeah. Yeah. And now this has led to just all my friends making memes of me and her, like with ChatGPT, like in their places in like Mexico, and like his family doesn't know where he is and all this stuff. So
That's when you save it as like
so-
a folder. You save that as a folder in your photos and just say like only for me. And then if your wife ever comes across it, she'll just start scrolling and be like, what the fuck is this? Be like, oh,
yeah,
it's just
hey, look, you want
a
me to do it?
dream
You
of
know what I mean?
mine.
Only man.
But meanwhile, like most people are probably like, what is this dickhead doing in his garage? Like, who's he trying to prove to? Like fucking what a fucking zero, you know?
Correct.
But yeah, anyway, so that's the one benefit. You know what I mean? Like you could cheat on your wife by doing a podcast.
Hey, listen.
Hey, hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. Well, we probably have to get out of
That's
this
the
cornhole
thing.
Yeah, the
community.
cornhole
Cornhole
community
crowd is
not
more like
really-
a Metallica concert. I mean,
Yeah.
most people listen to Pull in the Cork are not women. Like, let's just say that. Like, they're not women. They're mostly fat men. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
correct.
that listen to the podcast. They're mostly gross.
They need love
I
too.
mean,
guys,
They
like-
need love too.
Yeah, and like that's what they vibe with. You know what I mean? They're like, you guys are gross too, and this is a good fit for me.
100%.
It's a release.
But yeah, so anyways, you know what I find though? You guys have done live podcasts before.
Yeah.
Done like a handful of them because like people will be, like have a bar and be like, we want you to come do a live
Yeah, yeah.
podcast. Those always fucking stink, by the way. They always fucking
They're
suck.
tough.
They're
Well,
tough.
live
They're
tough.
podcasts, I feel like the audio sucks, like because there's this bunch of shit going on in
It's
the
loud,
background.
yeah.
You're trying to get people in and out. You're not in your element either. So your audio, you're fucking like when I'm out of this garage, I'm useless. You know what I mean? Like all my fucking kryptonite everywhere around me. And like somebody asked us to do one again recently, and I'm like, honestly, I'm not doing it because it's fucking sucks. Like it stinks.
Yeah. Unless you're like selling tickets and people are going just to listen to that. Like I feel like it's tough. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Which
It's
isn't
like you come in and just sit down.
So
and be
2 years
quiet
ago,
and
we
we'll
went
have an
out for
episode in
we went
front
to
of you.
Florida for St. Patrick's Day, and my buddy's Irish bar. We set up he set it like the whole setup, like we had it on
Yeah.
the side, and it was fine. It worked out fine, but like we got there and we started recording, and then we just like people would just like look at us like, what the fuck are these guys doing? And then we'd be in the middle of recording, and people would like just wander over like, what are you guys doing? Like, well, we're fucking. Do you
Recording
want to
a
like hop
podcast,
on?
yeah.
Like, oh no. Like, then what the fuck are you coming over
Yeah,
for?
go away.
Yeah.
Clearly,
Yeah,
we're
we-
talking into microphones right now.
And then I would
recording
always be
something.
like, well, I don't want to record anymore. I just want to keep drinking and partying.
Yes.
Like, I don't like why we don't have any responsibilities, right? Like, oh shit, we need to get content.
Yeah, you know, it's funny though. I listened to I don't know if you guys ever listened to Matt and Shane Gillis's podcast.
Oh yeah,
but
yeah.
McCusker was talking about how he's like, every live we ever did, he's like, it's a fucking shit show. He's like, you bring all the equipment. He's like, then you're getting fucking wrecked because
Yes,
you don't know
correct.
what the fuck's going on. And he's like, so you're drunk. Podcast is fucking horrible. You know what I mean? Like,
But
difference
honestly,
between
like
them and us
to
is
me,
like
it's
the
more
same.
of like the experience of people getting to like see you out in the wild.
Oh, it is. 100%.
And I think you'll like. I mean, we gained a lot of followers from that thing
Yeah.
in Florida just because we were there and everyone was interested. So like they were just
No,
like
it-
popping up follows,
it's
but
very
like
good for
it
that.
doesn't have to
Like,
be a
it's
good
very-
product. It could just
yeah, it's
get
very good for
eyes
that.
on
Like,
you.
it's very good for like present the flesh is great. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like when you used to go to events, like
correct.
I was trying to explain to the guys, like, I'm like, when we go to the fucking worlds, like, you didn't know what, you know, you see, okay, like 600, 700 people listening, right? A week, whatever it was.
But you'd be a
right?
minor celebrity. 100%.
You're like a,
yeah.
you're like a celebrity.
A fun-
Like people are like,
yes.
holy shit. Like fucking.
And
dog
I'm not
house.
saying this to like toot our own horn, but like it is like when you walk in there and like there's people coming up to you like every 2 minutes being like, hey, I love the show. Like, oh, I don't have no idea who the fuck you are.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's also nice to be like, oh, I know exactly who your profile picture is. I never knew what you actually look like.
It's
in
nice
real
to be a
life.
celebrity. Shout out to Polly. We love you still.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
So yeah, so okay, we gotta tell the story, right?
It's one of our fangirls.
So
It's
yeah,
fucking
so
awesome.
I've known of this lady forever on Facebook. She likes every post, like comments every once in a while, but like likes like, every single thing. You know, you get all the notifications and stuff. So we threw this little pre-Cleveland signature like
At a
its-
golf simulator,
At a golf simulator,
you know?
right? We had a 2 board set up. We're like,
I
hey,
remember reading that. Yeah.
we
Yeah.
booked it out. Like, just come up here, have fun. We're gonna some food, just buy some beer, and like everyone will be happy. We ended up having like 30, 40 people there. It was a good turnout. And then like we're sitting there, and all of a sudden like this random lady comes in and
Would Jackie say us?
do you remember Jackie Sayasone?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Jackie comes in and we're like, oh wow, we haven't talked to her forever. That's like kind of random. Like, didn't think she was gonna show up. And she's like, I don't even like. She's like, I'm rooming with these 2 ladies, and they had mentioned that they wanted to maybe go to this thing. So she said I'd been on the show before, so I said, yeah, sure, why not come over? And this lady was like completely fangirling. Like it was crazy. I'm like,
She was like
shy to come over. I'm like, dude,
yeah,
just come over. Like I just want to drink and have some beers.
Yeah.
Like, please
Like,
come
we'll
over.
get a picture.
Like,
She's like,
but
really?
it's-
I'm like, yeah.
It does help a little. It boosts the ego a little bit. It helps a little bit. You know what I mean? Get to go home
Yeah,
and tell the
it's
wife, be like, hey, don't want to brag or anything, but like,
When I went to that tournament with my buddy from high school, it was like a smaller tournament. It was like 24 people, right? But like, and he's like, we're probably gonna win because you're good. And I'm like, we're not gonna fucking win. I saw 2 Asian guys walk in. I'm like, I know those guys. We're fucked.
they're
like,
good.
That's fucking like
Correct.
that's fucking Sam, whatever his name is. We are fucked, right? And but these 2 guys were there, and they're like, we thought you were gone forever. They're like doghouse. And you know what's funny? I thought like I thought I would carry more of the listeners from Doghouse than I did. I did initially, right? Like I think I did it initially.
yeah,
But what people like hearing about is they like hearing about shit they're involved with. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So like,
yes, 100%. Yes.
they liked hearing, okay, like Cito Soto, they know him, right? Or whatever. Or
Yeah.
they hear that guy on, they play with him, or whatever it is. So like, and we've retained a good handful. Like there's some lifers that are in the Patreon that are from the cornhole world. But like, you know, like what I probably discounted was like, you know, people, the good thing about having a podcast that's very specific and it's niche is that like people will you'll get people. No matter
You'll find
what.
it.
Yeah.
It's not a fucking podcast about, you know, vintage Chevys, right?
Yeah.
You're going to get like a bunch of people listening to that podcast. And if you're good on the mic, like that's going to help, right?
Yeah.
Because like they'll be more invested in like you and they start learning about you and they start liking that part of it. But like it's harder. Like it's really is hard to attract people to a podcast that people are like, what's the podcast about? And I'm like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know what the podcast's about. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, it's like three guys sitting around a bar, and like sometimes we have a guest, and like, you know, it's like I don't know. Like, I guess I'm probably not good at verbalizing it, but that's like that. I didn't realize that was like going to be as kind of difficult as it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, to me, you guys are a comedy podcast, though. I would just like call yourself a Boston-based comedy podcast.
I was like, you guys are like
exactly the niche you guys are.
I thought you
you're
guys, it
nailing
was
on the
like
head.
a garage bar podcast. Like, you know, if you were hanging out with your buddies at a garage bar, these are conversations that would be coming up. You know, and then we just happen to record it and just
For
put
sure,
it out
but you
there.
guys are only appropriate for a certain audience because
Yeah, but what you guys are really good at, and not to fucking suck your dicks here, but I will for a
please
second.
do. You're on our podcast now, so
It's like you were really good at you guys were really good at like having segments, right? And like that's a really thing that people like. Like people like having predictability. Like, okay, like what are you drinking? You know what I mean? Like what are we sipping on tonight? Like that whole thing. Like that's shit people really like. And at the beginning, I kind of tried to instill that a little bit. Like we did it a couple times. Like we were doing like weird news and like some different shit like that. And then it kind of just didn't continue that way. But like, so you know, yeah. It's listen. It's most of the big podcasts out there are just conversational.
Yeah.
But those people are famous.
Correct.
yes.
So, like, you know what I mean? Like,
people are just
that
doing it
piece-
for the name.
Yeah, there's
you know?
that piece.
yeah, like
Correct.
Legion of Skanks is a famous podcast with famous comedians on
Yeah,
it, like
correct.
Dan Soder and all these people. Yes, you know, like this is not that. So it's like, you know, when people get into it, they get into it. I think, and like they get like really into it. But getting it out into the world and finding your audience, I think, is harder than I expected it to be initially. you know?
If we do start something else in the future, like I have zero expectations. It's more just like it's an opportunity, an excuse for me to go hang out with him for a little bit, and we get to drink some beers, and like I just get out of the house, and we just happen to post it up. Like I have zero expectations of it growing once we like get outside the cornhole community, because I do know how hard it is, and like
But I also think like
a billion podcasts.
if
out
we
there
do
now.
decide to do another niche, like it would be golf. I think would be end up.
Yeah, I just
being
feel
it.
like it's the same thing. It's like there's just so many people talking about it now. Like
There
golf is
are,
the new
but
hot thing. I feel
Are
like
they
and-
funny though?
No, that's
They're
the
not.
thing. We
There's
just have
not
to
a
find
lot
your
of funny
angle.
people
Yeah.
following golf.
No.
Like it's kind of.
No, I mean yeah. Like a buddy of mine started a golf gambling podcast at one point,
Yeah.
and it was not unbelievable. But I listened. I helped him edit it. Like he's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's a really good idea. You know what I mean? Like if it's done correctly. You know what I mean? Like now there's a bunch of them, but I'm saying if you are funny and you know how to fucking work it, like, but you know, here's the thing. Like this is what I like about this podcast, even though I don't have any expectation this podcast is going to do anything more than it does right now. And I'm totally fine with that. Like I like that. You know what I mean? Like not that I like it. Obviously I'd like it to be bigger, but like, you know, like just because even like a guy like Bobby Kelly comes on, he's a big comic. That's not going to really, you know how it is. That doesn't drive you
Correct.
into like a different stratosphere. But like, I think that if you're happy with like what you're doing, like you're going to be happier longer than if you're trying to fuck do something.
Yeah.
And then you're like, because what happens when you get into niche stuff is that you have to start cross pollinating all the time.
Yes.
Like we were, you know what I mean? Like with like, you know, sharing guests, doing all that stuff. And that just gets a little bit like too much work feeling to it for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
Now,
exactly
like
what
I
you
said,
got.
I think it could be done. But like when you just did it for 6 years, it's kind of fucking daunting to be
Yeah,
like,
it's- correct.
all right, well, fucking here we go. We're starting from fucking zero again. But
Correct.
I mean, listen, there was a world in which I think the cornhole felt like it was going to blow up when we started doing it. Like I felt like that was going to happen. And I was like, first to market, this is great. You know? And then you guys were right there behind us. And I'm like, this is a great fucking back and forth. Like we had two kind of podcasts going back and forth. They just busting balls, but
Yeah,
we're all
correct.
friends. So like, I thought that was like, it was great, but like, I just don't think the sport took off like we kind of hoped it would. You know
Well,
what
and
I
that's
mean?
the other thing
well,
is
the
like
world
when
opened
you
back up.
Yeah, well, and then when you guys left though, every single new podcast that came out, like I mean, you were part of it. We started Hard Drag Push Network. Our whole dream was like, let's not, it's not a competition, but if we can keep all the independent people under one umbrella, it's just going to make it easier for them to find all of us. Like that was the whole thing.
Yeah.
And like, spoiler alert, Hard Direct Push is no longer operational. I did
Can't
not
even hit the
renew.
webpage
I did,
anymore.
yeah, I
You're
did not
fine.
hit. Yeah, I
It's
did not
closed
renew
down.
that. It came up as a renewal, and I'm like, I'm not doing it. Like but you know what's crazy is, you know how many we got? So that site was still getting a lot of traffic every month. I mean, we were getting like 50,000 views and with zero promotion, because I think people would just search cornhole and
was
it
one
would
of the
just
first ones
kind of
that
come
pop
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, like any of those articles that we posted up were all still right in there. So
Yeah, honestly, I thought it was like it was a good idea. Like there was a lot of listen. There's
It
a ton
still
of
is a good
ideas.
idea.
Like,
It still is a good idea.
That was like fucking just take Doghouse name and make it into like everything. Like so, make it like a clothing brand. So it's like Doghouse Fishing and so as a fishing rod. All the shit. But I'm like, I was like, do you know how much fucking work that is? For like not a big promise of like a return on anything.
Exactly.
Like, you know, like we didn't make any money on the podcast. We took a small loss like almost every year because I was not ever sure I wanted to stay in it. So like I would never want to take real sponsors. So like it was all what we were selling for merch basically. We didn't have Patreon. And like I just didn't want to be beholden to anybody for what we're getting for sponsorships or whatever. So like I don't know, like it's tough, especially when like the money exited the game a little bit because there was so much free money in 2021 with people getting fucking all that money and they were all buying bags and like, you know, what I love about cornhole is that it's a fucking everyman game. You know what I mean? Like, but like the money in like golf and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like really, you know what I mean? Like I'm not being a dick. I'm just saying like that's the truth. Like
100%.
Listen, I played a lot more cornhole than I played golf in those years. I'm not fucking rich or anything like that.
Correct.
But that's just a fact. So like there's not as much money for spending on cornhole podcasts and stuff like that.
And I still love playing.
I mean, you guys probably maximized as much as you could.
We did. And there was a time probably 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, 3.5 years ago, like where I'm like, I can do this. We're close. Maybe I can do this full time. Like, do I just do I make the fucking jump and just go and throw everything at it? My wife's like, are you insane?
Yeah. And
I'm very happy I have a very smart wife.
I'm in there with you, but you're going to handle everything without a day job because I am keeping my fucking day job. Like, I never felt that secure.
I really thought about it. I'm like, well, why? If I can still handle it at work. And then, it's just, I'm happy I didn't now looking at hindsight.
We saw the pattern early. I think we saw an uptick 2020, 2021, and then it was a steep drop.
Well, and the other thing is like every year the pros are getting younger. Like the guys that we used to really like interviewing, some of them aren't even in the game, involved in the game anymore. And you know how it is. Like interviewing 15-year-olds or 14. I'm not interested in that. Like I have messages every fucking week. Like, when are you getting Cash Chamness on? I have zero motherfucking interest in interviewing a 10-year-old player. I'm just putting it out there. So if you're listening to this, like I have no interest in interviewing a 10-year-old. It's not interesting to me. I don't want to walk on eggshells. And I'm sure he's a very well-spoken young man and he's very talented at what he does. But like to me, that's not fun. Like I'm putting my kids to bed. I don't want to go and then leave my house and then go talk to another one. Like I don't.
Yeah.
Like I'm off the clock at that point.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I think that like you gotta be like, if you're not killing it money wise, right?
Yeah.
Where you're willing to make sacrifices for that shit, you better be doing something you like talking about. You know what I mean? Like doing. You know what I mean? Like my prediction is you guys will be back before the end of the year. That's my prediction because you'll get bored of not doing it.
Well, I'm telling you right now, Sean's going to be back within like probably 6 weeks because fantasy football is around the corner.
Oh yeah.
And like we're fucking diehards for that shit.
Yeah.
If we could have just had a podcast,
though.
let it
Whatever
rip
the
on
fuck
that,
you
we
want.
would just fucking murder it. Like, and we also are both very successful at it. Like, it's like me, him, or my dad basically win every fucking league we're in.
Draft comes out then. I suck at it. I'm fucking worst at it. But
yo, just give me the link. We'll draft for you. Fuck it.
Yeah, but you guys like literally can do anything, and like if you don't want to do it after like 6 episodes, just be like, all right, we'll just do something else.
Scrap it.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Like
exactly.
I don't know. Like you're gonna find your crowd somehow. I will say that was like I was going back to it for a little bit. That was difficult because it was like, all right, every fucking whatever we posted episodes, which were irregular, but like every week we posted one. It'd be like post on fucking Addicted to Cornhole, post on this page, post on your own page, right? And like that would get traction. Like that was the good thing was like cornhole people were on Facebook, right?
Yes.
Like
100%.
Like
rest
that was
of the
really
world
good
is
for
not.
driving numbers.
The rest of the world is not.
No, the rest of the world is on.
Fun fact: it's still only on Facebook. It's like the only place that it's popular.
Really?
It's
I mean,
insane,
some on
dude.
TikTok, but like it's all like on TikTok you only get
It's
growth
just
for
clickbait,
like
clickbait
stuff. Like it's all it is like the short shot. You know what I mean? The shots and
the one
clips
shot. And trust
yeah.
me, we don't have those. Like we're not hitting incredible shots.
I just gave up on that. Like it's not. I got so sick and tired of trying to play the algorithm game and trying to get ahead of it and. I got so burned out like 6 months ago. I'm like, why, if we're really considering stepping away, let's just see if our numbers dip if I stop posting on social media. And guess what? They didn't dip. So I'm like, why am I wasting my time like post it, like doing all this stuff in my free time when there's other stuff, other interests I have.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And it's like finding like clips every week, like, you know, it's just like, yeah, it's exhausting, dude. You know what I mean?
I know there's ways to use
like,
AI and all that stuff now. And like, I know I could do it, but like, again, you have to invest money into doing that. Like nothing of this shit's free.
Honestly, like AI Opus Clips is probably the best. I have it, but I basically just use it as a reference for me to cut clips.
Yeah.
Because like it takes your YouTube video.
Correct.
Then it so now it's degraded twice.
Yes.
Right. So like, you know, and you don't know what's going to work, what doesn't work. And like, sometimes you're like, this is a great clip and like nothing happens with it. And then like, you're
and
like,
AI is not perfect. I don't care what anyone says. I mean, look at the Mets. I don't know if you saw the Mets reliever came out yesterday saying that last year the Mets used AI to call their pitches and they were the second worst pitching staff in like the history of baseball. Like, it's just like, it's not perfect. You know what I mean? Like there's plenty of flaws out there, but I mean, it can be definitely a useful tool. I think it's helped the most, like coming up with like thumbnails or like like on 4th of July, like I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh shit, I should post something, like type in AI. Yeah, I'm like, just type this in, like make me and Dane like super jacked, like American flag stuff.
You had to type in super jacked. I thought that was an actual photo.
I would love to. Actually, do you want to see what I actually typed in? I would actually love to see the prompt here.
Yeah, let's pull it up.
I have it saved.
The funniest shit is like AI. Like I'll just like everyone thinks I'm some savant because I'll have a meeting at work. And I will just record it and then throw the whole transcription in there. I'm like, can you just give me a breakdown of this? And then post it up to them. They're like, man, you came out with that within like an hour. That's brilliant. I'm like, I know, isn't it? And then they're like, oh, you misspelled some stuff and like some of the information's incorrect. I'm like, oh, let me go correct that real quick. Like, you guys are fucking retarded. Like, it's
I'll tell you what it's good for. It's good for like, it's good for work shit. It really is.
Yeah,
good
it's
for
good for regurgitating information
Oh,
like that at
great.
a quick value. Because honestly, 99% of the information that it pumps out is correct.
Yes, correct.
That we have in a meeting. But as soon as you try to get it like deep into the analytics, it's fucked.
Whenever I post, like a couple times I posted, and they're like, what's good ideas for like this week on Pulling the Cork? And I just do it to read it on the podcast sometimes because it's so bad. It's like, how bad is the green line on the T? I'm like, this is fucking awful. Like, this is fucking horrible. Actually, it was funny. This week we had to do, we came up with a bit where like, we would each pitch a movie idea to this kid who's a filmmaker, right?
Okay.
We had to come up with an original movie idea. We had to pitch it. I won. No big deal. But Danny like does his, and the kids kind of look at Danny's phone. He's like, did you use AI for that? Danny's like, I mean, I came up with the idea, but I put it into Chat GPT. And I'm like, dude, you fucking
To make it sound eloquent.
I'm like, I could tell you didn't come up with that fucking layout.
All right, so I posted a picture of Dane and I said, create an image of Dane left and Sean right from the Big Ass Cornhole Podcast. Will be used as a 4th of July celebration post. Make it over the top with American flag flying, fireworks, an American bald eagle. Sean and Dane should be wearing 4th of July attire and should be thinner with giant muscles. And then it made this like over the top, like crazy one. I'm like, take out the names and nicknames and any ACL mention. Make Sean and Dane slightly less buff.
What's the first version? I never saw that one. Holy shit! Sean looks like he's been juicing for like fucking 6 years on that thing.
Yeah, correct.
Slightly less buff.
Here to
So they just basically took the vascularity out of Sean.
Correct. Yes.
That's it. Yeah.
Off your arms.
Yeah,
That's
correct.
scene.
Mine's pretty spot on though. I don't know, like it didn't have to do much.
I thought it was accurate. If I'm being honest, I didn't get. I got a big chuckle out of that. Actually, that was fucking great.
Did you? Are you? I don't know how much you follow like Irish sports or whatever, but I figure this is. I saw this clip on Threads. So, are you familiar with Gaelic football at all?
Yeah. The whole. Yep.
All right. So I don't know if you saw this clip already, but we were going to play this clip. I think that
This is what cornhole's missing.
There's two groups of commentators that are the best in the world. I think Mexican, like soccer ones, you know what I mean, where they're going crazy with goal, like it's just fucking phenomenal. But anything else, like Irish
we'll say
sports,
South American, all right.
Irish sports are just fucking phenomenal. So we're gonna play this clip, and then I'll tell the lore behind why it's so important.
All right, a little screen share action here for everyone at home.
All right, let's do this.
Wow, you guys got fancy on
The
this.
ball. Get it out of there. Get it out of there. Get it out of there. Go on, get men loose. They have men loose. It's David McBride. It's David McBride. Oh my. There's 30 seconds to go. There's 30 30 seconds to go. Go to the corner.
Hold on to it.
Right until he has the
Hold
ball.
on to it.
Right until he has the
Hold on
ball.
to it.
We're 45 yards from the Kenny goal. It's Colby. He's got Tommy Conroy. Tommy Conroy's in for the goal. He's got Colby. Yeah! Tommy Conroy. Oh my God. He sent it over the top. Oh my God. Delirium.
They have to get a goal.
It's over. There's 30 seconds. There's 5 seconds to go.
Yes, and it's going to play. Thank you, referee.
The famine! Yes! The famine is over! The famine is over! The curse be damned! Hit the nuclear button! Mayo have won the All-Ireland! Tom McGuire is coming home!
All right, so
Love it.
that was County Mayo won the Gaelic football, like all Irish championship, right?
Yes.
So Gaelic football is like the second national sport in Ireland,
Next
right?
to
So
hurling.
hurling's first, Gaelic football, and then like rugby comes third, right? So Mayo is like, think of like the New York Yankees. Like in the 1950s, they fucking won everything. They were the top dog, right? So it was a rumor. Now it's never been proven, obviously, but there's a rumor that they were cursed when they won their last title in 1951, right? So the legend of the curse, according to legend,
The
the
Red
curse.
Sox, basically.
Yeah,
did
correct.
everything.
So according to the legend, the curse dates back to 1951 after Mayo won their last All-Ireland title. As the victorious team traveled home to Connacht on the back of an open-top lorry, they passed a funeral procession in the village of Foxford. Instead of pausing and showing proper respect, the boisterous squad allegedly continued celebrating. Enraged by their perceived disrespect, the presiding local priest is said to have cast a hex over the county. Mayo would never win an All-Ireland Ireland title as long as any member of the 1951 team remained alive. Now, fast fucking forward, the last member of the team died in 2023. This is the first time they've been back. They lost in the finals in 2023. That guy died 2 weeks later. They made it back in 2026. So this is the first time they've won
That's
since
fucking
then.
crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
That's
Like,
a true
crazy.
curse.
so that's why, like, you
Yes, me.
hear like the desperation in these guys' voice. Nothing gets me more fired. Like, I could run through a fucking wall right now listening to that. Like, I
That was
love
awesome.
that shit. Love that shit. But
I mean,
saw that,
imagine,
like,
imagine
I-
Jake Brannon like going that off the rails for a fucking cornhole match. Like the famine's over.
yeah, the famine's over. Oh my god, that's so fucking good.
I had this idea for a sketch series where it was going to be like, I have a lot of these ideas and we end up shooting about like 1% of them, but with like two guys like you guys are right now, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, what was it? Was the Wide World of Sports was the thing way back in the day, right? This Wide World of Drinking, right? So it's like two guys in a booth, right? It's like the overlay video is like some guys who's, I came up with it because we were up at this golf tournament and it was a Sunday. And I'm like, it would be great if there were announcers here. It'd be like, all right, he's bouncing back. He knows what he has to do here, Tom. He knows he's got to ride home. He has to get the soft buzz. He's going to work the soft buzz all day today, and then he's going to get in the truck. He's got a 2-hour drive home. He's going for the Miller Lite. I like that move. It's a smart move.
It's so smart.
All of a sudden, like by like the third hole, they're like, he's going for the buzz ball. He went for the buzz ball. No. And they're like, it's confirmed. He's not living at home anymore. He is not living at home. He's been
so
kicked
good.
out of his house.
If it'd
Like
be, I don't know what the legality of that is. Just going to a bar and recording random people, but like that, you could totally just record people and then go back and dub over it.
Yeah.
We had that. That was some of our most popular videos the last 2 years, where we'd have people send us in clips, not of them playing well, but we wanted the shitty rounds, and we would commentate over it, and it was like the most fun we had. But like, no one wants to like show their shitty rounds. Like, that's what like my problem with it. Everyone takes it so seriously. We're throwing a 1 pound like bean bag at a board. Like, you got to have some fun.
Every
with it.
once in a while, you
Yeah,
just
I mean,
have a
it's
shit
okay.
round.
Yeah,
It
it's okay.
happens.
We all have bad rounds. Like, Jesus Christ.
I mean, it's so dumb. It's like, I don't know. It's one of those funny things where it's like, it's all ego. You know what I mean? Like, people they won't, you know. That's actually the one thing about Donnie that was great. He was like, embraced his suckiness.
So you get a kick. I think you would appreciate this. So we go to the blind draw, last week, right?
Yeah.
Last week. So we go to blind draw last week, and I get paired up with apparently a pretty good young player. I didn't know who he was. I knew his dad, and I knew his dad's a very good player. But Dane saw his name. He's like, "Oh, this kid's pretty good."
I'm like,
now it's nice
you're
going
set.
into these because like no one now knows who the fuck we are. Because I
Very true.
haven't played in anything local really in like 4 or 5 years consistently. So we go there, and the kid comes over, and his dad knows us and stuff. And in the first match, we're blowing this team out, right? And like, I'm not playing like the best first game. I haven't thrown a bag in a fucking year, but he tells me to block, right? And I look at him and I'm like, what do you want me to do? And he's like, block. And I'm like, what do you want me to do? And he's like, I would just lay it up right here. And I'm like, this is a $10 fucking blind draw. You're going to learn real quick that, like, if you tell me to lay up again, I will shoot nothing but airmails. And the kid just, like, steps back, and I ripped an airmail, went long, didn't even come close to hitting the board. But after the match, I went up to him, like, I hope you know I was fucking with you, but a little bit serious. Like, don't ever tell me to block again. Like, if we're in a blind draw, I'm going to shoot an airmail every fucking time.
All day.
Because he's like, can you roll it? I'm like, no, I can't roll it. I'm like,
seen my throw?
Yeah, come on. Like, I can't even get my palm all the way up flat. You know what I mean? Like, let's be serious here. Like, goddamn. Like, just have fun, man. I'm like, if you have fun with me and you just let me talk shit, that's my whole thing. Like, I'll run my mouth the entire time. And then after the match, I'll be like, I was just kind of bullshitting you, right? But like, I chirp nonstop and I love it. And I'm like, I miss this a lot. Like, this is why I used to not be the favorite in the league.
Yeah, that's the one thing I do miss the most. We had a good group. Like, we played with on Thursday night. We talked about trying to do it again, but the place we played at got sold. It was like at a VFW. And I'm just like, I don't know, like, that was fun. You know what I mean? Like, playing with the guys Thursday
Well, let someone else run
like,
it, though. You know what I mean? You just show up. Like, that's the thing. Like, everyone wants somebody to do it, but they're like, and then they complain about who's running the venue. It's like, well, go do it yourself, motherfuckers. Like, I'll show up.
I know. It's just, you know how it is.
We quickly realized early on that, like, running tournaments was never going to be something we wanted to do.
No.
Ever.
Sucks.
You do all the work with none of the fucking, like, gratitude afterwards.
Nothing.
It's a
We tried
thankless job.
throwing
It
one
sucks.
event, right? We tried throwing a cornhole / top golf tournament. Big ass Bopin, promoted the shit out of it. Paid a bunch of money up front to Top Golf, had the whole thing and we had like 6 teams signed up, and a bunch of people kept saying like, "Oh yeah, we might make it." I'm like, "This is not
we need you to pre-sign
a show up kind of thing. Like, you need to prepay
for this, so we could book every.
So I ended up having to cancel it. Top Golf was all pissed. They like, I'm like, it's set in the contract.
We didn't have
right
to,
fucking there. We had 3 weeks before the first day to cancel.
We canceled.
We're 4 weeks beforehand, so I'm going to cancel.
We're good. Yeah, it was shitty. I felt terrible after that. Like, that was kind of my
we almost ended the show. Honestly, we're like, why are we doing this?
I'm like, fuck you guys.
Like, if we can't get any support outside of this, then like, it's just dumb. Like, all this work, we had meetings up there,
and
like,
the whole thing was like
crazy.
For your 125 inclusion, it was you got 20. It was like your team of 4 had. It was a Top Golf and then
so
cornhole tournament involved, drinks included.
Yes.
That's fucking nuts.
And these fuckers wouldn't do it. And I'm like, guys, we're talking about like 5 free hours of drinking. Yeah. And you guys didn't want to do it. I'm like, whatever. Like, fuck off.
Yeah. It wasted a lot of our time.
But at the same time, I also like printed off all these like, promo things for sponsorship and sent it out to like local companies.
Top Golf was so excited.
Nobody
They're like,
wanted to do it because
if Cleveland goes well, we wanted to sign a contract with you guys where we're going to send you to like a bunch of different Top Golf facilities across the country throughout the year, and you're going to throw these tournaments. We're like, fuck yeah, let's do it.
Because we thought no brainer, even local Ohio. I'm like, we'll get 100 here. No problem.
Yeah.
For 125, like it was like,
So that's when I stopped going to anything local. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, I'm like, fuck you guys.
Yeah, that's always the fear though, when you do like a lot, like a big like event. Like, we did our Halloween party a bunch of times. We're supposed to do it again this year, and we packed it. And like, we were gonna do it this year. We got a shitty night, and I'm like, Danny, I don't want to fucking have nobody there. It's bad. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to fucking have that look.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather cancel it than have fucking nobody. You know what I mean? Like, nobody show.
Exactly.
Because like that just does, like, the golf tour just sells itself up because people want to play golf. Like, it has nothing to do with us.
100%.
Like,
Yeah. Yes.
It's an easy sale. Yeah.
The fucking podcast at all. So that's like an easy one. You know what I mean? The comedy night works itself out because like people want to go see comedy. You know what I mean? So it's like a lot of those people don't listen to the podcast, but and we ended up even that one this year. I'm like, fuck, dude. I'm like, we've sold like 100 tickets. Like, there's 2 weeks left. Like, and the place fits 3.
Yeah.
And like, we ended up close to selling it. I think we sold 220, which is good. I mean, we probably cleared like $2,400. We paid all the comics really well. But it's like when running those fucking events
it's stressful.
It's stressful, dude. And it's like a lot of fucking work, and like, you're spending time that you would be doing other shit doing it. And it's like, if it doesn't work out, it's demoralizing completely. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, honestly, like, for us, it was a lot of work behind the scenes that like people didn't see, but like, we reached out for this in April, and we tried to book this thing like, I think it was like end of August or something. So like, we were like on top of it. I even had like free porta potties being dropped off because they were giving us like the lower parking lot for everybody to play cornhole in. And they asked like, hey, if you can like supply this. And then the company I work for was like, we'll get you outdoor bars and everything so you can serve drinks right by the cornhole shit. Like, it was all set. And then just couldn't get the fucking people to come out. It was just demoralizing for us. And I'm like, you know what? That's when I looked at Sean. I'm like, what are we doing here? Like, we can't get 100 people out here. When we go to a fucking, like, random event in Cleveland, Ohio for a regional, there's 185 people signed up for it. And like,
or like when you guys go to Texas, how many people were those fucking things?
Yeah, and like we just wanted to try to launch something different. And I don't think people were willing to get behind the whole, like, Top Golf thing, which I don't understand.
How was the Texas trips?
Oh, dude, Texas was the fucking shit, man.
Dude, I'm telling you,
every time we went to TCL, man,
you still need to
shit.
join us for a TCL event. Now,
Yes.
Chad Jacobson has already told us he wants us. So we've made it known that, like, obviously we're stepping away, and we've had people keep asking us, like, well, you guys should still talk about, like, cornhole stuff every once in a while. Like, I don't want to get trapped in that.
Yeah.
But Chad's like, what if I make it worth your while where you guys talk about, like, you have us on a few times a year? I'm like, if you fly us out there and we go to an event, I will go to a TCL
it's
event.
so much fun. Every time.
Any fucking time.
No matter
anytime.
where we've been.
Yeah.
It's always been awesome.
And we've been to Spencer's, we've been to Worlds. I will say TCL holds up to any of them.
Any of them. Hands down. And that's just random shit, like the middle of, like, nowhere, Texas, and they're still fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I always wanted to go to one of those. Like, they were. I remember Chad. We had him on one time. He's like, "I'll buy the tickets right now." And I was like, "We had something going on." I'm like, "I can't swing it." But, just the vibe of those events when I would see you guys doing them, and when I would watch, dude. I'll be honest with you. Like, when we would have Chad on, those are like our biggest episodes. Those are bigger than having fucking Trey on for us.
Yep,
a lot of times.
Yeah, correct. Still, I mean, still holds true.
I'm out.
And part of me was always like, maybe we should have like went the TCL route earlier.
We could have, but we don't live in Texas, though. You know, it's so hard to cover that league when we're not there all the time. And
so many little, like, regionals and shit now that, like, everyone's, like, rankings change. It would have been tough to keep up with it.
Yeah, and it's tough too, dude. It's like, like you're living your regular life. You're doing this podcast once a week, which takes time planning. And then it's like you're also taking time with your family to go to these events. And it's like, it's good exposure, gets new listeners, gets people in. You make a little money maybe and you're getting paid to do it. But, like, it's a lot of time. You know what I mean? Like, flying to Texas isn't fucking going to fucking Chicago. You know what I mean?
No, and the worst part is, like, I almost feel like we missed time to podcast because, like, now my kids are old enough where if I leave the house for, like, a weekend, it's not a big deal. You know what I mean? Like, they're a little bit old enough that they can at least kind of fend for themselves. You know what I mean? They're 6 and 9. You know what I mean? Like, but when we first started the show, like, I had a newborn. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't exactly the best time to be traveling and leaving all the time, but, like, I think I'd like to think I've grown up over, like, the course of the podcast. But, like I said last week, like, when we start, one of the reasons we started the show is just, like, I was not in a good place. You know what I mean? Like, I just came from coaching rugby, and then we joined this, like, cornhole league just to get me the fuck out of the house because I was losing my fucking mind. I'm like, I'm miserable. My wife's got postpartum depression. Like, please kill me. Like, just get me the fuck out of here. And I'm like, I wanted to start. I'm like, listen, this podcast thing, I think I might be good. Like, I'll talk about physical therapy. Dane's like, well, do you want to practice something? Do cornhole. And so it just literally fell into our lap. I thought we were the first to market, and then you guys were, like, a month before us. Like, I was waiting on my gear, and I'm like, motherfuckers. But I'm like, well, we'll still try it. But now it's like, now I'm stepping away. My wife, like, even said today, she's like, I'm sorry you're stopping it. I'm like, well, we're just putting on pause. Like, I don't think we're gonna do, like, I can't keep doing the cornhole. It's just, we've gone every avenue. There's nothing else to talk about. There's nothing. We've talked about every fucking avenue. I can't talk about, like, when you have a blind draw partner, who should have the better bet? Like, should you have the better players? You know, you're laughing because you exactly, you know what I'm saying? We've covered every topic, you know what I mean? And it's like, I can't do it anymore. And it's like, I don't want to keep beating the same bush over and over and over again. Like, it's time to step away.
It's time to pass the torch on.
I was hoping that we were going to have someone to pass it on to, but, like, there just hasn't been, and I'm done waiting. Every single time someone starts them, they last 5 episodes. So when we were in Cleveland, Jamie Graham had posted right before Cleveland that him and Hunter Thorson were going to start a podcast. And I went up to him and I was joking. And I'm like, you guys won't even last 5 episodes. And he's like, I'll bet you $500 so that we do it. And I'm like,
should have taken it.
I should have 100%, but I pussied out. I'm like, Jamie, like, I hope you, and I told him, like, I hope you guys do. Like, we want to actively leave. Yeah. I would feel better if there was people that were actually going to be talking about the stuff that wasn't us. It'd be great. They never put out one episode. Jeremiah Ellis and AJ Sims, I think they had like 3 episodes, and we love both those guys.
Yeah.
But like, it's hard. It takes time out of your life, and it takes a lot of planning. And that's the one thing I don't think a lot of people like realize when, like, oh,
we
it's
still
easy
have
to
a
do it.
luxury that like no one else has had. Like, we're brothers,
Yeah, yeah.
and honestly, like getting together is not really that big of a deal for us. Like,
Well, especially when you live like around the corner. Like, I should probably jog over here.
but even
you know what I mean?
20 minutes down the road where I'm moving to, like, it's still not that like out of the question to like come over.
No,
and
no.
like now you can't have as many Miller Lights because a little bit further of a drive, but you can still have some fun.
Miller Lights, yes, I can. I can't
True,
have.
true.
Oh, I think it was AJ Sims that hated my guts. Remember if I found that out at like Worlds? Like he basically like was like sitting next to us and he's like, "Oh, you're that motherfucker" or whatever. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
that sounds about right.
Yeah.
yeah. And I'm like, oh, like what did I do? And he's like, oh, you're the Cannon's boy or something like that. And I'm like,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
what's going on right now? Like what is happening right now?
Well, he's
I
a
was
team
like, all right.
BG. You
Oh,
know,
he's-
like,
yeah,
you know,
correct.
gotta rep the brand.
Yeah.
Are you like up on any of like the cornhole drama stuff that's going on with like all cornhole's like nothing now, right? You know, the ACL bought all cornhole, and it's been
Okay.
like a fucking debacle.
Yeah, just
That was one of the things that like I had to call with Stacy today, and I'm like, I was asking him, I'm like, so like, is the ACL in like serious financial trouble? He's denying all of it, but we'll see on his announcement later this week. I don't want to spoil anything, but you might be part owner of the ACL too. But like he basically was like saying he's like the all cornhole thing screwed him. Like it was just a terrible investment. Like they shouldn't have done it. Like they lost their ass on it. And it's just been nothing but down. And like every year bad companies are leaving. It's just not the same.
I wonder what they paid for all cornhole.
Way too much money.
yeah.
I'm sure. I mean, if you told me they paid 20 grand, I'd say it was probably
Way too much money. Yeah,
correct.
doesn't matter
It
what
probably
like
was like 10
what
times
printers
that,
they
something.
have. Or
Again,
anything,
it should have been like red signs when like Cheyenne Bubenheim left last year to go to ACO. She was literally on every commercial that all cornhole ever did. So like she's leaving, then like, and then Trey Ryder's leaving, and everyone's like, "Oh no, it's okay." It's like it was just time. People, I don't understand. Like, I think Stacy thinks I'm a fucking idiot, by the way. Like, in this whole call, like, I was banging my head, like, looking at the phone. Like, I don't know if you think I'm fucking retarded or not, but, like, I'm just gonna, like, just sit back and listen. Because, like, I know everything you're telling me is, like, not true or, like, not the full truth. And I'm just like,
I'm so glad that of all weeks that you have your first little week off before
dude.
your new job started. It was
I have-
this fucking week.
I even
when
told him
Worlds
that.
kicks
I'm
off.
like, you have no
It is
idea how much
fucking
free time I have
amazing.
right now. Like, I could have so much fun if I want, but like, I just don't care. Like, that's the thing. It's like, not that I don't care. Like, I still, like, I want to see the league do well. Like, we've made so many friends through this, and if they are still passionate about it, want them to do it. But like, I'm not trying to like shit on anyone's parade, but like at the same time, my whole thing is like, just be transparent. You guys have always tried to hide it, and you're terrible at it because I always find out about it, and then you guys are pissed about it. I'm like, I don't know what you guys why you're mad at me. It's like I was literally about to go to bed after that blind draw, and I got a random message on Facebook saying, "Hey, you should reach out to so and so. Like we heard there's some information about cornhole." So I did. And then it opened up this whole can of worms. And then that has opened up like to angry email exchanges back between me and Stacy. And like the last one I sent, I think he finally got the message that like I wasn't happy with his tone. Cause I'm like, dude, like I don't know why you guys think there's some fucking vendetta against you guys, but like we talk about your league for free. We give your players a platform for free. I don't know why you guys think you have some control over us, but if you would just actually give us like the real story, I wouldn't have to go digging for it. And like I can present it in a way that's better for both parties. But you guys constantly, he just thinks I'm retarded and everything he says is gospel. Like I know for a fucking fact, like half the stuff he said is not fucking true. I know for a fucking fact that they almost didn't have the ACL, the ESPN broadcast at Worlds, and someone had to come in at 0 hour and fucking fill it in. Like I know that. And he's like actively telling me like, that's not true. I'm like, okay. Whatever.
Well, I
There's
mean,
also-
wasn't it like at one point? I can't believe I barely fucking remember this shit happened, but like at one point they wanted all of us to be a part of.
Do you remember the offer they made us?
Yeah, it was so bad.
Do you remember we called each
pathetic,
other
dude.
and I'm like, I don't know if they think we're just so poor that we're just going to like jump on this. They wanted to pay us like $125 an episode. I'm like, motherfucker, I don't know what kind of hourly wage you think I do, but we're all pretty successful in our real lives. Like that's laughable. And then fast forward 2 seasons or 3 seasons, they had a decision. It was between us and Girls Throw 2. They went Girls Throw 2. That was a wrong fucking decision.
That's a bad call.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember that chick. I'm not gonna use her name here. I'm gonna
Whitney.
keep it for yeah, there you go. Rhymes with
We'll
that.
throw it out. That's all right.
Yeah, sure. Rhymes with Whitney. She called me and she was like, "I want you to host on my like network with." I can't remember who the fucking guy was. It was like a black cornhole. Can't remember who he is, but like, and she was like, "You and him would be great together." And like, I'll make it worth your time. Give me a number. And I'm like, I'm not. There's no number. I'm like, there isn't a number. Like there isn't a number you could pay. I can tell you that much. Like for me to go fucking be your bitch. You know what I mean? Or like be doing. Dude,
There was a number for me. There was a number for me.
No, I mean, I'm sure there was, but like, I don't think she was ready to be paying me $1,000 an episode or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she wanted me to like fucking ditch Donnie, and I don't even think I ever told them, like, ditch Donnie and Pat and like go start this show with this guy. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. Like, I don't want. She's like, you can do whatever you want. Like, your time's worth money. And I'm like, yeah, it is. And you're taking it up right now on the telephone call.
Exactly. That's what. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
100%.
I got to talk to my wife at night. I don't need to be talking to some other woman. You know what I mean? On the
I think I've gotten better over the years at like separating that, like not getting full in. Like I'm not on social media 24/7 looking for the scoop. And fortunately, we've been in here long enough. I don't even have to go digging anymore. People just come to us. And they just feel like, hey, you should go look into this. I make a few contacts and I'm like, oh shit. Like, all right. And I only post stuff now that I find funny. Like that's pretty much it. And that's what I told Stacey. I'm like, if I find it funny or I think that like there's information that the general public would find interesting, that's what I post. That's like, literally it.
Like the laws of cornhole. You know what I mean? The laws of cornhole.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's funny. I think about that stuff and I'm like, that was crazy. But like, it did feel like at one point it was going to pop. And then kind of felt like once the world started opening up again and you saw some struggles, I was like, this isn't going like we thought it was going to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they had the opportunity and just kind of foiled it with.
And I remember that next year. I remember that was the year that like people were kind of getting big numbers for like bag for deals, like with bag companies.
Yeah.
And then I remember the next year I reached out to you, Sean. You were like, dude, people can't find a sponsor anymore. Like they can't even find a sponsor. There's only like the main big guys can get.
We went from like low pro, and I mean this with respect, like lower tier pros making like 20-30 grand a season to like the next year, like that's what the upper echelon, like the Mark Richards of the worlds were making. Now there are there's rumors out there that like Mark and Tony and like Jamie Graham, like they sign for bigger deals, but because they fucking win everything, like it kind of makes sense. Like they're the household names of cornhole, but everyone else, like there is no marketing. Like outside of the cornhole world, can anyone tell me like who Trey Birchfield is?
I mean, to me, it's like their sponsorship pays for their travel. Is like basically what I see.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, if I look like when I look at it now, like I should, like I'm still friends with tons of Facebook people who are cornhole players. Like obviously, it happened. I can't tell you anything. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't come up like so the marketing. Yeah. Like
you're actually the perfect guy. You're like a fringe cornhole fan, right? Like you watch some. I'm sure if it came across your screen to watch. Do you know anything about the ACL teams? Like, could you tell me the name of 3 ACL teams right now?
I cannot, but I can tell you that I did know about the ACL teams. It was like the Beavers and shit, like right or something like that at one point.
At one time,
Woodchucks. The Woodchucks.
That was it was North England, New England Woodchucks. Yeah, they're not even a team anymore, by the way.
Yeah, so, they don't exist.
That's sad to hear. I'll say.
So this past year, they brought in outside investors. So people bought in and like were like owners of these teams, right? And they were supposed to sign 2-year contracts. I'm hearing that like teams is like no longer because one of the teams from Virginia. The owner's just out, like just stopped paying his players, just ghosted everybody. So like the ACL had to like take that over. And then like there was one team owner from Texas. He came from a big like sports agency. So the whole sports agency kind of like bought into it. And like ACL fucked it up bad. Like that was their revenue. Like that was their opportunity to like, they should have put all their eggs in one basket into teams trying to get that to go. And they just didn't. They didn't promote it at all. And they were going to they had a draft and they were going to do the draft in private. And we had to sit there and bitch and complain on like publicly on social media. Like, how fucking stupid are you guys? The one like halfway decent, interesting thing in cornhole, you're going to put in private. Like, what the fuck are you thinking?
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything fancy. You don't have to have like the big show with Stacey, like sweating, walking up out of breath, like announcing the name. Like, you don't have to do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let's just have a live stream of just show all the shit. So I don't know. The people like the changes that are coming in the ACL, they're trying to convince us to stick around. I just don't think that there's enough like for us to ever stick around.
The thing is, we're not going anywhere. So if we can see a change in a year from now,
you could do it again.
Maybe
you had to.
But my thing is like, I'm not waiting around for it because we've seen a degradation over and over.
trying to be more family oriented. It sounds like they're just trying to do like that's kind of what the ACO had.
Yeah.
I mean, ACO, like at least in my memory of like when that thing was going on, I don't keep up with the other one, anything I see that. How
I mean, I don't know.
like,
You guys still had that episode of his son like singing, like that was an all-time
Pretty epic
banger
It's
episode.
got to be your number one.
Frank.
listen
What was the
ever.
kid's name? Frank Greer's Jr. or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that was
Max Gears.
Max Gears. Wow. I'm sure his career's taken off since then.
Yeah, there was a moment I had also taken mushrooms.
I can almost hear. Yeah, I can almost hear you like banging your head against the wall. Like as you play.
I thought I messaged you when I was like live listening to that. Be like, what the fuck is this kid doing on here?
Well,
Oh Jesus.
Howell has to have money, and by the way, I'm not gonna take anything. The kid's doing pretty well with his music. I see him all the time on shit, and like I'm not taking anything away from him. It was just such an odd fit, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what we do, like I remember like looking at Pat, and I was high on mushrooms, and this kid was playing music, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna like shit my pants or something. Like, I don't know, like my body didn't know what to do with itself, like how to like because the comedic timing person that I have inside of me was just waiting for it to end to be like, that was the gayest thing I've ever been a part of. But like, I couldn't do that, obviously. And actually, I have to say, like, Frank Ears was like one of the first guests we had. And like, he was a super fucking good guest and a super nice guy.
Yeah, I'm sure he was.
And he's a great dude. Like I have to say, like, he was a fucking super nice guy.
He's not like
So-
us, so.
He doesn't like you guys?
I mean, from what I've heard, because like I've talked a lot of shit about the ACO.
I extended a hardcore olive branch to them to help them
you
out
did,
with
yes.
like shit that they needed to buy in.
Yeah.
And I was like offering my discount, and, like, we can get it to you guys, no problem. And like, as soon as he heard that I was part of this podcast, ghosted me.
Really?
Yeah. To the point, like, I
So
went
your last
through,
name was a dead giveaway.
yeah, I went through pricing and everything, and I'm like, this is what I do for a living. Like, I have no problem like helping y'all out. Like, I can get it delivered to you next week. Like, let's do this.
I
And
read
he
on
just-
Frank Ears when I had him on was, and I think it's accurate. I think he's a great dude, and I think that he's like an unreal salesman. Like, I think if you had Frank Gears like on your sales team, you'd be like, "We're gonna make fucking $2 million this year." Like he's so good at like getting people together. I don't know where the fall down is there, but like, I mean, he gets people to buy in for life. They fucking have lifer tattoos all over them.
I think the problem is the ACL is done every year. They've gone up with like playing out like for player payouts. In the ACO, it doesn't matter how many players there are in an event, right? If you're a pro, the total purse is $5,000. There could be 5,000 people in that tournament. There could be 5. It's $5,000. The ACL is all based on like how many fucking people are there. Here's a percentage of it. So if you want bigger payouts, get people to show up. So I think there's that big difference. And
I forgot about that whole thing with the
ACO
payout.
is also very big, like born again Christian, like love running marathon kind of vibe. No, not him. Like just like that's the vibe. Like
yeah. There's definitely a boys club now in the
Yeah,
ACO
for sure.
that like have a free reign to do like whatever the fuck they want. And yeah, we hear about it all the time. I just don't care.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly.
Because honestly, to me, like after Frank Years like said fuck it and like didn't respond to me, he's dead to me. Go fuck yourself. I tried one time. That's all you get. Like I don't really care.
I can't. Hey, I have to say that I actually went out with maybe like 2 years ago. Howell was here for work.
I was just gonna ask, what was the guy's name that we used to always scream and shit?
Oh,
yeah, because he was your guest like 2 or 3 times early on.
On the Patreon. He's but he went to he was at like some here for work. He's like an engineer.
Yeah.
And like we went out drinking and like we had a great time and I had a blast.
He seems like a really cool guy. I've never met him in person.
Again, yeah. I
The
think
only
we had a
time I
great
ever met him
with
was
too.
or like a few years ago. He sent us he started a bag company called Pitch Bags. I don't know if they're still a thing or not, but like he sent us all their bags and stuff like that. He seemed like a nice enough guy.
Oh yeah, he's a great guy. Like he's like a guy like you fucking go to a bar with him and you're like, we're gonna have a fucking good time. You know what I mean?
I think the only time I ever talked to him was like during those weird COVID like Zoom like late hour calls, and like he would always be like in his fucking hot tub. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
Oh, no,
The question
yeah,
is
we were
like
doing-
you don't
Dude.
remember those either. all
dude,
right?
like
Let's be
those used to be like if you were the who's who in like cornhole media, like you were in those calls. And I remember the one night, my kid, I don't even know where my wife and like kids were at the time, but McCracken like came on late and he like had a bottle of Jack Daniels. I'm like, oh, I have one too, and he's like, let's race.
For
and
the
then
record, Sean
wake
doesn't
up,
remember that I came over that
dude,
night.
I have no record. I
And I
woke
left,
up and
and
Brendan,
he's
there
passed
was
out.
there was vomit all over my kitchen. Like I think I tried to make it to the sink and just gave up halfway, and then just like laid on the carpet. I woke up the next morning, called off work, and I'm like, what happened? And like Dane's like, how are you today? He's like, you were banged up last night. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, I was over your house last night. I'm like, no, you weren't. He's like, yes, I was. I'm like, what?
Because Sean's
like,
texting me endlessly, get your fucking ass over here. Let's fucking let's do this thing. I'm like, all right, like I'll come over. I came over to the wrong situation because I was not on their level. Like I had shit going on that night, and I like walked in. I'm like, what the fuck is going
on?
Oh,
Sean's
God, what
literally
was,
like he had his like laptop
I would
up
say
and was
real
just
quick-
screaming at it. When I walked in, I'm like, what the fuck?
I mean, one of my, I don't know if I'd say it's a favorite memory, but it's the first time we met. But like, we went to the Cleveland Open, and COVID was just hitting, and it looked like fucking I Am Legend.
literally
Or-
world
Yeah.
shutdown. It was craziest thing
It
ever.
was
Dude,
so bizarre.
That was
dude.
the like. I don't know that like because everybody else is still in their house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like we were out in the fucking world. Like I don't know that like I could explain to anybody. Like what's that place called that like we were staying at where it's like the big Coliseum inside like the mall.
The
thing?
Drury Inn, and they had like the or no, you guys were at the
Tower
that
City.
palatial
no,
like,
not Tower City. It's the one that had like ESPN like Cleveland in it and stuff.
Oh,
The Galleria.
yeah, the Galleria. Yeah.
Galleria.
Galleria,
So
yeah.
I'm probably one of the only people who's ever been in this place other than like janitors where like there's not a single
Empty.
person walking through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was fucking insane, dude. Like how fucking crazy.
I remember
that was.
driving home that night, not worried a bit that I was going to get pulled over.
Yeah, because
This
cops
is
weren't even
nobody-
like patrolling
nobody
the
was
streets. They
out.
didn't give a shit.
Nobody was fucking wild.
But the
whatever
most
the fuck I
wild part
want.
was the fact that we could go to a corner store on like the Bird scooters with like cases between our legs back to the venue because they ran out of beer, and like you could actually ride it because you go downtown Cleveland now. There's no fucking foot, like you can't drive things around, like it's fucking packed.
My wife
There's bodies
was
everywhere all the
My
time.
wife was like 7 months pregnant, and I remember telling her like I'm going out tonight. It was Friday. We went to
Teams.
we went to Teams.
Yeah.
I'm like, we got to do this. We started the podcast. We bought all this merch. We got to go promote it. And I'm like, then, and the next night I'm going to the National. She's like, it's a fucking pandemic. You need to stop. She worked at the hospital. She's like, she was so pissed at me. She ended up like just taking my daughter and like going to Pittsburgh with her mom. So I'm like, sweet. Like, this is
Free
awesome.
weekend.
Yeah, I'm like, fucking awesome. So I literally went to work that day. They shut down the world. I got a call from work thinking I'm going to get laid off. And they're like, hey, we're going to keep you on and one other PT, but you got to let everybody else go. So I drove to my office, called everyone in. I'm like, hate to do this to you guys, but you're all being laid off. And I'm like, I gotta leave. And I drove straight downtown to Cleveland to you guys. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like the world is over right now. Like what is going on?
I remember picking like,
But you would never
people
know
up
it
with, like,
inside
Bloody
that little
Marys in
room. You would
tow,
have never known.
ready to rip. I think
Oh,
I
it's
picked
crazy.
you guys up. You guys were just like walking like in the middle of the fucking street. I had like
Dane
Bloody
picked
Marys
us up,
ready to
like,
rip.
Yeah, I was like, it was a fast friendship was made, but yeah, it was wild. And the next thing you know, dude, we were all stuck inside. We like gotten like the last plane home. We were all fucking stuck inside for like the next like 6 months playing fucking deck arounds on fucking. The
Hey, but
internet.
then Battle of the Big Mouths happened.
First of
and
all,
that was like the
Both of those were.
For the record,
Dane
if
found the
people go
bags.
find those, dude, I have the winning bags. I have them still. But if people would go on and like watch those live streams still, I'm telling you right now, that was some of the best cornhole content out there.
Oh yeah.
Because it was just
We were ahead of
funny
the time.
as shit.
That was before everyone was doing live stream stuff all the time, like all the Twitch streamers and everything. So we were ahead of our time, even though we're old as fuck.
just didn't make any money doing it.
No, none, zero,
Million.
zero.
No, but we had
$0.
grew our relationship with Ben Voodoo, which to this day
Oh,
is like
it's
one of our
my
favorite
best-
people
yeah, one
of
my
all
favorite
time.
people.
He's ripped, dude. I saw it today. He did triathlon. Dude.
Yeah,
Fucking-
yeah.
Yoked.
He was just on like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I
3
could
weeks
not believe when I saw him on the camera. I'm like, holy fucking shit! I did not see his journey, but like
The second
his weight loss shit was dramatic. It
Battle
was
of the Big
fucking
Mouths
impressive.
2, we did in Dane's backyards when we had the prop bets for the case race. And that was so in my lifetime, I've seen my brother like truly drunk like
I
twice.
remember this. Yeah, I remember this.
And
I
Dane
took
was
it personally though,
and
like,
it wasn't
people-
even
everyone said
dude.
that you guys were going to
yeah.
take the case
Just
race. I'm like,
Dane, I
we
showed
have
Dane was-
Midwestern like drinking ability. Here,
Dane was
all right?
like
you guys don't
yeah.
even know.
He did take it personally, and I
There's
remember
a fucking 30 rack that I like basically
you have to
ripped
go
to
to, like,
my
a family
face.
pocket?
and
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
so we were drinking Natter Days.
No, it was actually I found the Keystone Key Lime.
That's right, the
beers.
key lime, yeah, even better. So I remember thinking, I'm like, oh, I don't have to do much. Dane drank like 23 of them, so I'm like, he's just hounding. But then his wife made vodka soaked gummies, and we were just downing them in celebration afterwards. And then what did we take shots of? Was it tequila?
Yeah, we had tequila there.
And then we drank tequila. And then we had to go to my
we didn't just drink
cousin's.
tequila. We drank an entire fucking liter of Casamigos
That too.
after that.
And then we had to go to my cousin's 21st birthday party. Obviously, it was just in a driveway. So we show up, and his poor wife had to drive us over there. And Dane's like out the window yelling at everyone, like as we run by. And we get there, and it was very fun. It was a very fun night.
Thank God there was a
I remember
chair
that
for
night.
me. All right?
Afterwards, I was on the fucking FaceTime. It was like, well, it was a Zoom or something. It was
Yeah.
like I was with John Clark from Maine, and I was doing fucking Irish car bombs and like in my unfinished basement, like all fat and gross. And I'm just like, what am I doing with my fucking life? But at that point, it was like, who cares? There's nothing to do. Dude, I got so fat during COVID. It was fucking.
Oh, yeah.
Amen,
we all
brother.
did.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
It was like, you're like, don't walk outside. I'm like, don't twist my fucking arm. I'm like, fucking, I'm not going anywhere. I'm eating
That was
mac
when
and
I
cheese.
went from like playing or coaching rugby all the time. And then I stopped doing anything physical. And I started playing cornhole. And then we started doing a podcast. And I think I put on like 60 pounds. And my kids and then like it's just like, holy shit, man. It was bad.
Comes quick. Comes
You're melting
quick.
them off now, though. All right?
Slowly.
You look good.
Slowly.
Hey, you
Good.
look, I was gonna say you looking pretty fucking trim over there,
Dude, my
Sean.
wife went on this like health kick like 4 months ago. And like out of the blue, she's like, I want to lose 60 pounds. I'm like, okay. So she went on like this psycho mode diet and lost like 35, 40 pounds. And like I had to look at myself in the mirror. I'm like, you can't be that fat slob with like a good looking, like skinny wife. You know, I'm like, I refuse to do it. So you got to get your shit together. You know what I mean? So I had to
you
start
look
doing something.
good.
Like, I don't even know what I do, but like for some reason, I've just maintained like 275 like forever. And it is what it is. Like, I don't know.
Now, for the people at home who've never met Dane, I can just tell you from my experience because when we played you guys the first event with me and Donnie, and lost handedly, I would say that like when Dane drove us we and Dane had to go get something in the car. I can't remember if it was like balls or something.
Yeah,
bags or
something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. Like I saw Dane walk around. I'm like, this guy moves very, very fucking swiftly for a 275. Like he does not. He looks like an athlete. This guy knows how to fucking move around. I'm like, we're fucked. We're definitely
But I don't think that's what it say. Like we're sneaky athletic.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't touched a like ball sport in my life that I don't dominate. Like, and like my wife's family.
You have
likes-
good hand-eye coordination. You
Yeah.
get it. You know what I mean? Like you ever see someone that like just doesn't have it, and you're like, how the fuck isn't this just easy?
Yeah.
Like it's not that hard.
But
Put
we
a
also
fucking
grew
ball
up
in the
our
basket. Like, it's not
entire
hard.
fucking life. Like we were just out in the yard, like
Yeah.
playing baseball, playing basketball. That's all we ever did. But like come to like adulthood, my wife has like cousins and shit that fancy themselves athletes. As soon as I get involved, they're like, motherfucker, like pickleball. I haven't touched a pickleball racket in fucking like a year. I step up this past 4th of July, almost take it down with like Amy's, my wife's aunt, who's like 65. And I'm like, yeah, the only reason we lost is you guys just kept hitting it to her. All right. Like, yeah, it was just one of those that it's like, no matter what I touch, I'm better than the average. And I hate to, like, it sounds pompous, but like it's just been my life. Like, it's just kind of how it is.
The woman who is a friend of mine who grew up, she's a year younger than me. She was running for like town selectman or something like that. She's like, she's pretty athletic, but she was like, hey, I'm having a cornhole tournament to raise money for like whatever my thing. She's like, will you come? I'm like, I'm only coming if you're playing with me. Like we grew up together. I'm like, you're playing. She's like, I don't want to like drag you down. I'm like, do you like winning? Like, I'm like, let's go. And I knew that the golf pro at the local course was going to play it. I had heard he fucking fancies himself a great cornhole player.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that was my first mission. I'm like, I'm going to fucking absolute bury this guy's dick. Buried his dick. And then we got to the finals and ended up winning and beat like my buddy and his wife. And my buddy was like yelling at his wife. And I'm like, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah,
like,
this is
like that's
exactly
what
what I
This is
wanted.
why I do. This is why I do. Exactly.
like Pat's always said it too, which is true. It's like Pat's like, there's nothing more fun than winning with somebody who has never won before.
Oh,
You know what I
100%,
mean?
yes.
Like when you take somebody like to the fucking gauntlet and they've never been there before and they're like doing what they're supposed to be doing, like it's like hitting a golf ball fucking 235, like perfect with a fucking hybrid.
Correct.
Yep.
Onto green. It's like you will come back when that happens to you.
You also
know
find
what I
out a little bit about yourself and the other person's. Like, are they somebody that like under the gun, like they show up or show out? Because some people clam up. Like I love like when it gets a little bit, the lights get a little brighter, people start chirping. Like that's what I love. Like I feel like I'm in my element.
Sean,
I
we'll bring up the late night after the. So we
People
have this
wanted
blind
some
draw.
smoke after
You know,
the-
people wanted to face us because we were the podcasters.
Oh yeah.
Sean and I fucking wrecked everyone besides
Yeah.
the last crew because at that point it was encroaching 10 o'clock.
I couldn't feel my arm anymore.
Yeah, I needed to go to bed. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like,
Completely
you guys are fucking killing us. But the first 3 people that came up to us, we just fucking roasted them. And it was like fun shit too. We were ripping every goddamn airmail we needed. They had no fucking
Talking
answer
shit.
for what we were doing. And like, it was just fucking perfect. And I'm like,
the
that's
best
the cornhole that I miss.
Yeah,
it's not
correct.
around anymore. It
Yeah,
really
it's not.
isn't.
Yeah, I think I don't want to go to a tournament and like, okay, like I'm like, I played, regionals at times to beat players that are better than me. You know
Yeah,
what I
of
mean?
course,
Like,
yeah.
because I was not my game, right? But like, it's like, dude, I just want to fuck around, like, and play. You know what I mean? And like, have fun. And it's like, if you have a good mix of like some solid players, then like some guys who are weaker, it's like that's a great blind draw. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's a perfect blind draw.
Correct.
And it's like a lot of like that's what you want to do. That's what the game. That's what made me like the game. Like, was doing that. You
When
know?
we go to the Cape every year, we would go to Dennisport, and they have a Dennisport rec league where they have it like at a golf course, like in their like banquet room. It's one of my favorite blind draws I would go to like every summer,
yeah.
just because they had such an eclectic mix of people there. Now, I will say I was a little pissed. So
Sean didn't realize the
They
matter
changed-
of the switch hole.
they changed like their switch holio, right? In they spin a wheel, right? And to keep it fair. So after like all the rounds are over, they spin the wheel to decide what the factor is to who's going to make the playoffs and who's going to be left out. I had the highest PPR, scored the most points for the team, but like we were left off because we gave up the most points. And I wasn't giving a shit how many points we gave up. I'm like, I just want to score as many points through a high PPR. But I was left out. I'm like, God damn it! Like the one night I'm actually fucking throwing it, but
Meanwhile,
that's fine.
I fleeced the system and
Yeah.
just stayed status quo, ripping every
Final.
fucking shot I could, and didn't hit many of them to start. But then closing it out, I hit every single one of them, and for
sure.
I'll
Yeah,
fancy
it's sad,
myself a
dude. Like I
champion.
even ran into a guy who played in one of those Cape leagues. Chris Piccarello, awesome guy, and it was at that one charity tournament I played in this year. And I was like, "Oh, you've been playing a lot?" And he's like, "Dude, that league that I was in is totally changed. It's all fucking hardos, like that, are like whatever." And I'm like, "That sucks." Like it's
does
like,
Yeah, story of every fucking league's life. There's
Dude, that was
people
the
that
one
start
good
taking
thing.
it way too serious, and it just doesn't
Yeah.
get fun for people that are trying to get into it.
doing Doghouse, like the reason it was great was because like it was the same like 20 guys basically, like within reason, and everybody was pretty good. Like some people were better, like Pat, you know what I mean, some other guys, but like it was just like we went there, we had fun, we drank beers, and like
That's
we
all I
played
want,
like fucking side games and shit, and like fucking joke around. We were all friends, and every once in a while, some random would come through the door that like a couple guys came from like South Carolina and shit that happened to be in town for business. They knew of the podcast. But like the funny thing was the locals, a lot of them didn't come because like it's kind of out of the way, like where we are, like just I don't know, like to get to us from where they were playing. So it was like we always had 20 guys and like we were just drinking fucking Miller Lights and like it was fucking great. You know what I mean?
I told him like, well, we
Yeah.
step away. Like, I still love the game. Like, I would join like a local league again. Like, that's
Yes.
like right up my alley. I would for sure
100%.
do that.
Yeah.
For sure.
yeah, I would definitely do that. I would be totally up for it. I just don't ever want to run one again. And I
No.
want to have a cornhole podcast.
No.
Yep. Yeah.
Correct. Well, on that note, we'll wrap it up. We'll let the folks go at home since we've been going for almost 2 hours now. So
That's how we do it.
It's kind of how it goes.
Solid run.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, it's easy
Hell
as
yeah.
But dude, thank you very much. It's been a long.
You
it's
didn't
been
have a
long run.
draft?
Nah, fuck it.
Couldn't think
At
of
this
one?
point,
All right.
fuck
Yeah,
it.
it's all right.
But dude, thank you very much for all.
What are we gonna do for a draft?
I was going to, but I didn't come up with an idea because like we started talking and I just completely forgot
bullshitting.
about it. So
I mean, it's all right.
But,
All right, well, we could do it the next time when you guys start your new podcast.
I
absolutely.
like that.
But dude,
yeah.
thanks for all the support throughout the years, man. Like seriously, like it's
Absolutely. All
you guys
the time,
kicked
man.
us off in the beginning, so all jokes aside, but I still remember like that was I think it was like your guys. I think it was our second episode. Like you guys shouted us out, and I was like glazing you guys up. I'm like, holy shit! Like they mentioned us.
That's
like,
what I clipped at the end of our show. Like you're like the god Donald McPhee, and I'm like, listen to fucking Sean waxing poetic on Donnie.
Hey, he was also the one that said they have big aspirations, which I mean, that's a great play on words. All right, I haven't forgotten. All
I
right,
forgot about that. Gladly, I'm actually sad you reminded me of that.
But pulling the cord. I don't listen to every episode, but I do listen to a fair amount.
yeah.
You guys are killing
oh
it.
yeah, you
Yeah,
guys are awesome.
like-
yeah, definitely in the rotation.
Like
It's just
that-
like when I get to it, I
Correct.
listen for sure.
Anything else? You know what I mean? There's only so many hours of the day to listen to shitheads talk on the radio. you
Yeah,
know?
for sure.
Damn straight.
All right, folks, we'll let you guys go. We'll have you hang on for just a minute, but we'll be back next week with more Audio Gold. We'll recap Worlds and all that shit. We'll talk about whatever Stacy's announcing officially, I guess.
Oh
and
yeah,
then,
fun.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll be back next week with more Audio Gold. But until then, we hope you throw it straight. It's nothing but 4 baggers from here on out.
Cornhole it.
Later.
Recording stopped.
Easy as that.